Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the one and the only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. I feel like I'm starting to get my voice back a little bit. It felt good to be able to let that out. Yesterday, I was like, we're gonna do waiver wire. You need to get Rondell Moore. And now I'm like, I could change levels a little bit now. Shout out to chamomile, green tea, fucking all types of different herbal remedies and essence and shit. But yo, we here. It's Wednesday night. AMA, ask me anything. I should change this an AWA because there's going to be a team joining us. It should be a ask we anything. But before we get into bringing on our guests that are going to help me out with our fantasy football, ask me anything, our AMA session for tonight, I do want to go ahead and take this time out to remind everybody that this here show and every fucking show on this network is brought to you by monkeyknifefight.com. Be sure to head on over to monkeyknifefight.com. Or if you're more, I need to get in on this action on the go type of person, available on iOS and Android. You can download the Monkey Knife Fight app. Use promo code Rumboyz in all caps. We're going to match you on your very first deposit all the way up to $100. Okay. Keyword is all the way up. Play with what you're comfortable with, but we're going to match you on your very first deposit all the way up to $100. Promo code Rumboyz when you sign up, make your account. monkeyknifefight.com. Look for the logo, look for the app, look for the icon in your app store whenever you search Monkey Knife Fight, promo code Rumboyz. This show is also brought to you by our sponsors, our favorite, the SportsMe app. Everyone head on over to the SportsMe app. If you have a fantasy football question that we're not able to get into on air or whatever the case, head on over to the SportsMe app. I will give you a personal video reply. Myself and my crew will be able to help you. You already know what to do. We got plenty of analysts over there as well. We have plenty of other athletes. Well, I shouldn't say other athletes because I'm not a fucking pro athlete. But we have athletes over there as well. Head on over to the SportsMe app, available on iOS and Android. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, okay, let's go ahead and let's get into some fucking fantasy football questions. But first, introducing, not live from his closet anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, for the love of Sundays, John Batts, what's good?
What's up, homie? What's going on? I didn't plan this out very well. My new closet and my shirt match too much. I'm blending in. But yes, this is from my new studio in Naples, Florida. My new little abode. I'm getting it up and running, but we're getting there. It's nice to finally be in there. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. New keys, new house, new digs,
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, next up here on the panel, you guys can also catch him on the SportsMe app, but he is also a writer for Fantasy Six Pack and a honorary pirate here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Give it up for Pangs Pigs.
What's up, guys? Or, arg, matey. Yeah, nailed it. What? Ask me anything. What?
No, hey, ask us anything. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get into your questions, cheers to me, cheers to you, all the Rumboys and girls, what it do, dilly. Right. Subscribe.
It went sideways. No, yeah. I love it.
Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Hit that like button and also share the content. Hit that share button and share it on all of your social media accounts, your Snapchat, your Instagram, your Facebook, all that good shit. Tell your cousin Pookie that he need to get up in here. He needs his fantasy football advice answered. Everybody. Our first question of the night. String Bean Robbie Anderson or I am quarterback proof Brandon Cooks. I'll let you fellas start off.
Give me Brandon Cooks. I am going to take all of the Brandon Cooks because I remember the way I look at it is the same way I remember this training camp video. If you want to look good, throw to Watkins. And then Tyrod Taylor throws to Watkins and it's a touchdown. It's like, yeah, that's my man. That's how you look good. You throw to him. That's what Brandon Cooks is all about. You want to look good, you throw to Brandon Cooks. Not Chris Conley, not Anthony Miller, not Farrell Brown, not Jordan Atkins, not the three other running backs. Brandon Cooks.
Okay. For the love of Sundays. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking the same thing. Like, if you got to assume David Mills is coming in, he's young, he's going to get through his first read and his progressions, kind of lock onto that and throw. That first look's going to be Brandon Cooks. And so Brandon Cooks could be in for a boatload of targets this week. I think Robbie Anderson is a fine flex play, but as your wide receiver 2, I want someone who's going to see more volume. And I think Brandon Cooks is going to see double-digit targets, and that's sexy. That's what you want right there, double-digit touchdowns.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
I mean, double-digit touchdowns, double-digit targets. I mean, you want double-digit touchdowns too. That'd be sweet.
You get double-digit touchdowns.
That'd be sweet. You're winning that week.
You basically got like 7 Jamal Charleses on your team.
That would literally stick us in the fucking football twilight zone. Just like Sammy Ball just comes out, balls for like fucking like 10 TDs a game. Like fuck, man. By the way, man, I'm happy, like because I was like feeling like pretty under the weather. I'm happy that like I took that first shot and I was like, yep, we can still taste some shit.
That's always a good one.
Yup. Dropped the mic, said, "What's up? Let's go." Hell yeah, dilly. Oh well, yes, dilly to you. I got me a cold brew right here. Let's keep the questions flowing, y'all. I know that the show just started. I know that. First off, I apologize for running late. So you guys actually want to know what happened as to how I end up late?
Yeah, of course.
So I called Pang, and I'm like, Pang, fucking, I gotta run and go get booze. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do the AMA without booze. Like, at first I was gonna be like, no, I'll be good. And then I was like, no, it's Wednesday, hump day. Let's fucking get over the hump. Let's get over the sickness. So I hop in the whip like 15 minutes before showtime. Run just to go grab some quick tall boys and some whiskey and then some rum as well. So I could just keep mixing this shit together in my green tea throughout the night. And I shit you not, as I leave the cooler, the beer fridge at the gas station, I turn around and as I make way through the Dorito aisle,
oh my fucking god,
and I'm heading towards the register. Hold on, like you know where the end caps are at the aisle? Like I ain't see the motherfucker. All right. Normally, like at my height, you're looking eye level. You're walking eye level. And I shit you not, person, boom, runs into my thigh. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck is that? And I need to choose my words carefully because it was a full-grown adult, but it was like a short, like a
little person.
Short. Yeah, it was a little person. And like I was like, oh shit, like my beer like fucking flew out of my hand. I was like, oh, like damn, like I'm sorry and shit. Started like apologize. And then he's like, hey, watch where you're going. And I felt bad because I couldn't fucking say anything back. So I just cashed the fuck out and like went back, grabbed 2 new beers because those ones were gonna be clearly done. Like, and then fucking like I just left. I was like, you know what? You're right. You know what? You're right. It's your world. I'm wrong. You're right. You're small, I'm big. Fuck it. So yeah, that's why
it was a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, that's
understandable.
Why it was delayed. Ben is hurt right now, but says he still wants to play. I'd rather lose than for him. Okay, that's where it gets confusing. To start while in pain makes no sense. It could be worse if he plays.
Oh, makes sense.
Okay, yeah. So to analyze that situation right there, okay, for you Steelers Nation. Big Ben is a baller. All right. Big Ben don't give a fuck. This is one of the toughest players at the quarterback position. And we're never gonna have another breed like him ever again. With Big Ben, it's not like I said, he's the last of dying breed. There's not much that a trainer can tell him that he's like, no, my body's been through this. Like, fuck you. Like, and he's just gonna go out and play. I agree it doesn't make sense to play while you're in pain, but these guys are doing this for fuck you. They got 15 more games to go, baby. And you guys are honestly thinking about, how far you can progress. I get that it's early in the season and maybe, you can start stringing some shit together. I don't know, man. I don't know. Big Ben is one of those special cases where I let Big Ben probably diagnose himself.
Sure. I think he's a veteran and he's earned that respect where, if it's not his throwing arm, I heard today it was his left pec. So it is just pain management. It shouldn't really affect his throwing. And yeah, if you're the trainer, you can't really tell Big Ben no. If he wants to go out and play, he's going to go out and play. I think that's kind of where he's at. And again, I think the bigger question is Big Ben hasn't looked great even when he's healthy. So now we get a little bit dinged up, a little bit pain. Maybe his throwing motion is different because he's in pain now when he's throwing the ball. What are we going to get? I'm nervous. I'm nervous with Big Ben going into this game. If you have him for fantasy, I'm not playing him at all, even if he starts. And, you got to worry about all the ancillary pieces, the Deontay Johnsons, the Claypools, and all those other things. So,
hell yeah. Do you have any emotions surrounding that one, Pamby, or do you want us to go to the next question?
Just real quick, if you have any weapon that relies right now on a Steeler that isn't Najee Harris, man, it's going to be a long season. Okay, like I think Deontay Johnson has already broken 2 kneecaps since we started week 2. Like I've seen that guy get carried off. Like we're watching WWE. He's like, oh man, and are carrying him off like it's a serious injury like every week.
Yeah,
Chase Claypool is, he's playing pretty well. I'm not the biggest Claypool truther, and you could kind of see why I wasn't based on how like these games are kind of going down. Juju's in the same boat. Pat Freiermuth I think is going to move up slightly because the guy can't throw that far. Like, he can, but I don't know. It's tough. So the way I'm looking at Big Ben, he knows how to play ball because he's just that good, right? Everyone always talks about Ben's physicality, but no one ever wants to talk about Ben's football IQ. Dude's a smart man, right? Mm-hmm. If you ever need to see proof of how smart he is, watch how Mike Tomlinson talks about him. He's like, oh yeah, he goes up there, he just makes up his own plays. He makes up his own plays as he's going out there. And if you need a proof that he's done it, go watch the game where Michael Vick throws a game-winning touchdown for the Steelers. He didn't go to Mike Tomlinson. He went to Big Ben. Ben's like, all right, you're just going to do like this, and then just throw it deep. It's good. Like, that's what he did. It was the stupidest shit ever. And then, like, Michael Vick goes out there, and he does it, and they win the game. And then he goes on to the interview. It's like, Big Ben just told me what to do. He's like, Ben just told me what to do, and I did it, and it worked. And, like, we won the game. So he'll know how to play around his injury. But the issue you're worried about is, like, is it good? Right? It's still better than Mason Rudolph. Like, Big Ben could be in a wheelchair out there. We'll be fine. But is it good? Is it fantasy relevant? I don't know. It could be football good, but what does that mean? I mean, they're barely being football good as is. So for fantasy-wise, I would step away.
A lot. Hollywood spinning. Ask Elijah Mitchell, Claypool, Damien Harris, Jalen Waddle, or Pollard for my flex. And Tampa defense or the Panthers this weekend.
I mean, the Panthers D is a smash.
Yeah, give me the Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers. I'm taking Panthers D anywhere and everywhere I can.
I've been jerking them since week 1. I was telling people like, go grab them. Like there makes no sense why everyone hates on them on there.
Yeah. Young, athletic defense going against David Mills and a depleted offense. Yeah, I'm all about it.
No Waddle. Definitely no Elijah. Waddle and Elijah Mitchell are just done for me. Like we know that you're gonna put up like goose eggs. Claypool maybe like if it happens. Damien Harris to me and Pollard are like the 2 safest picks.
Yeah. I think you're going Harris for safety. You're not going to get less than 8 points. You probably won't get more than 15, 16 points if he falls in the end zone. Yeah. Or to be honest, I like Claypool. I've always been a Claypool guy. I think he is that nitrous spark in your offense where all of a sudden he could have 2-3 touchdown game and that wins you a week, which, if he happens to be the guy who goes on the jet sweep or goes on that end around and scores, and then he has a big play for a score and you're like, oh, all of a sudden he has 98 yards and 2 touchdowns. And you're like, all right, Claypool just made his hay. So for my flex, I always go for upside. So I would probably lean Claypool, but you can't go wrong with Harris either. Damien Harris is solid RB2 as it comes.
Yeah, I'm gonna prescribe to start with the beginning of your question, Hollywood. I'm gonna start with Damien Harris. I just worry with Claypool and those Steelers receivers. Ben in his later age is throwing these guys into fucked up windows.
Really brutal. Yeah, he's gonna get someone killed.
No, these receivers are getting cracked left and right.
Yeah, it's not good.
So like I don't want you to go out there and get like a half a game. Bill Belichick's play calling is super effective while also being safe and conservative to where he's keeping his personnel healthy. I'd prescribe a Damien Harris. Just where I'm at with Pollard, I want you to keep your eyes on Pollard. I want you to keep Pollard away from anyone else out there unless they are coming to you with a trade. I think that Pollard is perfect trade bait right now, especially when we talk about yards per touch. He leads the league. He's the top 5 in that category, top 3 in that category in regards to yards per touch. Now, on your defensive side of things, we are going to go the Panthers this week solely because they are facing the Houston Texans, which are going to have to be dealing with a big quarterback. Even though he was highly touted coming out of the NFL draft this year, a guy that I was very high on, a guy that many other analysts were very high on, and David Mills. But all's well and is well and is going to be okay. Mills is going to throw his picks. He's going to have his rookie bumps and bruises. It is Thursday night football tomorrow night. I think the Panthers are going to have a big night. Shout out to Brian Burns. Drop the mic, FF. We are going to try and get to every question. What is up, Avenge Nerd? What's good, Mike?
What's up,
Welcome
guys?
to the stream.
What's up, man? What's up, Benjamin?
Sorry, guys. I was recording and I'm super late. So
no, you're good. You're good.
If you don't know, Avenge Nerd has his own OnlyFans and he was recording.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Please show up.
What wide receiver should we target in Miami with Brissett as QB? Sorry about Tua, Pang. We'll start with the Dolphins fan. Go ahead, Pang.
None.
Good answer.
Like the only person I'm looking at, and that's only because he had like 8 targets, was like Devontae Parker. Right? We know Jacoby Brissett's out there. He's trying to do what I just said with Davis Mills, and it's like target the guy that's like quote unquote the best. And that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna target Devontae Parker again because Jalen Waddle kind of got some catches. I think he got like 6 catches with like no yardage. But why do you want any of these guys? Like, fuck, man. I have to go to the game in 2 weeks. I don't even want to show up anymore. I'm about to watch Jacob Eason versus like Jacoby Brissett.
Hold on, y'all saw the
revenge game, Jacoby Brissett.
The tailgates. Like, are you going to Miami? Are you going to?
I'm going to Miami. I'm going from SF to Miami.
No,
to watch Jacob Eason.
Hey,
and
the tailgate is worth it alone.
Yep.
The fucking tailgate is worth it alone.
Fact,
bro.
Yeah.
Yo, I be seeing Instagram videos and TikToks and shit of y'all's tailgates. I'm like, Miami's the most ratchet, most beautiful fucking place. There's no better tailgate.
I want to be there.
There's no better tailgate than down there and welcome to Miami, Miami. They be fucking getting saucy down there, man. That motherfucker.
Victor Cruz down there in that parking lot.
Hey, I will say this. I'll say this. They are facing the Raiders. And as long as you are facing the Raiders with Max Crosby going completely clinically, probably fucking insane right there on that defense, I'm worried about anyone that has to go up against them. I'm worried about any quarterback's ability to fucking be able to pass because they're not going to have any time.
Our O-line is non-existent. People made fun of that like Jets video about like the 2 O-linemen just staring at each other in the TikTok thing. But no, dude, ours is just
hilarious.
Ours is so
you got roasted by a fucking 12-year-old.
Oh, right. It's so bad. And I made that tweet earlier. I was like, someone said like, oh man, you would have been nice to either get like Penei Sewell or like Rashawn Slater. I was like, it would be cool. The fact that we could have got both. Like, we're the only team in history I've ever seen in my life where they said, we don't want to give up Khalil Mack to go grab somebody with the Raiders. Or like, we're going to get Khalil Mack, right? We were the only team that ever gave up Larry Tunsil to possibly get another Larry Tunsil. And we were like, nah, fuck it. Let's get Jalen Waddle. We're good.
You guys kind of needed it, though. I mean, what I will say here, speaking of Waddle, what I will say here, if you guys look at his target market share, he is being very efficient with what he is getting, and he is being worked into the offense. I'm not gonna look this week. We're holding back on all Miami receivers. We are not fucking with it. I'm telling y'all, the Raiders might be something for real. I hate saying that, but we are
also because you won money last week. That's why you're saying that.
But I'm also saying it because yes, we have hit on this team not once but twice this year, and we've never played the Raiders. Go through, but also go through our history. Those of y'all that have followed the Rumboyz Fantasy Network for a long time, we never bet the fucking Raiders. All right, unless it's prime time and they're going up against a team that they have no business being in there involved.
Oh yeah, the Chiefs basically.
Yeah, the Chiefs. Shit. I'm telling y'all, they're for real. They have an easy rest of the schedule. Avenger, we're gonna let you start off this one here. Should I trade Damien Harris and Ayukin for Sutton and the Fresh Prince of Hilaire?
Well, okay. So let me kind of break it down in what I'm seeing with the trade is.
And Dylan, subscribe to the channel.
Should he trade Damien Harris and Brandon Ayuk for Sutton and Hilaire? I feel like you have more value in Damien Harris than Clyde Edwards-Hilaire right now because it doesn't seem like the Chiefs' offense is wanting to use him currently, but that could change as the time of the season goes on. But the intriguing part of that trade is the payoff that you could get with Courtland Sutton. When he was healthy last week, and he that boy went off. So I feel like it wouldn't be the worst trade possible. I feel like you're upgrading from Ayuk to Sutton, But I feel like you're not having like the major upgrade to Hilaire, but you potentially could. The scary thing about Damien Harris is that you're never really sure how these Patriots are gonna use their running backs though. So that's where it's unsteady at for me on the running back. I think it's worth it.
John,
I'm making this trade every day. I use this joke all the time. I would break my thumb hitting accept on this one. I think, dude, I would break my thumb. It would be so bad. Yeah, I'm telling you, because look, I look for running backs in high-powered offenses. Check, Clyde Edwards-Hilaire. I look for a running back that can pass catch. Check, Clyde Edwards-Hilaire. So you're giving me an upgrade, in my opinion, with Damian. Damian Harris looks great. Damian Harris looks good. This is about as good of a game as you're going to get for Damian Harris. You're never going to get these blow-up, massive games from Damian Harris. So that's fine. You want a solid RB2, you can take him. You want Ayuk. Ayuk looks like right now the way coach is talking about him, he looks like a throwaway piece.
Yeah, he's like a fucking
he's like coaches put him so deep in the doghouse.
Like that toy that you lost as a kid, and you're just like, fuck it.
Oh my god! Now I loved Ayuk, and maybe he comes back into light. But right now he's got nothing going for him. So I would make this trade. So you're getting yourself a solid RB2 with upside, and what looks like a wide receiver 2 with massive upside. And you're giving up a solid RB2, and who knows with Ayuk, maybe a flex. So I'm making this. I love this trade.
Didn't they say with Ayuk too that like he has to earn his way back?
Yeah,
he needs to play better than Trent Sheffield. That's what they said.
Yep.
He needs to play better than the man in front of him.
And then on top of that, Hilaire's fumble was the first time that he has ever done that in his NFL career.
Yeah.
You are not going to get that all the time. While people right now, Hilaire is the perfect trade piece, because you could come away with something nice. I'm sure the guy that's going to be receiving Harris is on the receiving end of Harris. Is like, yo, get this Hilaire guy out of my fucking fantasy locker room. I can't deal with this guy no more. Get him the fuck off my team. And look, as long as he's going to have that type of that type of mind state, it's giving you the ability to upgrade from Ayuk to Sutton, which Ayuk is probably hurting you more so, and then Harris is giving you just a safe floor. Like John said, you get that high power player, that high power offense. Hilaire is going to find the end zone at some point. Hilaire is going to get touches. The Chiefs are going to probably be in more games than not, where they're going to have to be going back and forth, because defensive coordinators are now figuring out Mahomes. We already saw the Ravens take him right down to the last second, and then Harbaugh say, Lamar, you want to do this? Expect more coaches, and especially more DCs, and especially more ECs to have bigger balls when playing the Chiefs now.
So real quick on that.
And then Pang, you take the next one. Pang, you go right into the next one.
So real quick, we already saw what happened week 1. What did the Browns do? They fucking pedaled the entire way on the fucking Chiefs. What did the Ravens do? They pedaled the entire way. They were like, fuck field goals, fuck giving you the fourths. We're gonna just go. We're gonna try to get 21 skunk. That's what we're gonna try to do.
People are going to run on the Chiefs. That's just what's going to happen now. Because
they're just going to score back.
It wasn't a 1 week thing where it could have been. They
both did it.
It hasn't been a 2 week thing. Now, I mean, of all teams when they played the Ravens, you'd think that you'd find a way to stop Lamar Jackson from running, and they couldn't. They couldn't stop anything that involved a running game. So it's like, okay, well, now this is going to become a problem for the Chiefs.
And then the second portion to it is what John said, man. Like, go get Hilaire, because he still had a decent amount of touches. Andy Reid is just fucking spaced out. We forget that Andy Reid's the kind of guy that like forgets how to coach every now and then. He forgets
to watch that clock every once in a while. And
he forgets how to coach. He forgets to do what the fuck he's supposed to do. We've seen it with Jamal Charles, one of the greatest of all times for the Chiefs. Like,
he just forgot to eat a cheeseburger. That's all. He just forgot to eat a cheeseburger before the game. Fuck.
Blood sugar was low. Yeah.
And then Brandon Ayuk. People want to talk about 2.0s. Like, Brandon Ayuk is Dante Pettis 2.0 right now.
Oh man, I was waiting for someone to say it. I was waiting for someone to say that.
When I scouted Ayuk, the amount of people are like, he's going to be a number 1 in the NFL. I'm like, he was a number 1 at fucking Arizona. Like, it was going to kill Harry, and everyone was like, you're fucking wrong. I'm just sitting here just doing the Halo light.
And as much as I love Damien Harris to me is just like the floor safe guy. And I'm a floor guy. That's why I take Nick Chubb in round 1. But we're talking about like, at this point, though, you're trying to win. So Hilaire and Sutton gets you the win. Ayuk, who's not even on his own fucking team anymore, and like Damien Harris will get you like 10, and I may fall into the end zone. it doesn't win you championships.
So I want to try and kind of just move things along because we got some really dope questions flying in. I wasn't expecting to like get as popular.
I would trade Jefferson for Coop. It's not even fucking close at this point.
I would take it.
I would also send feet picks, make it even.
See, this one to me is a question of either redraft or dynasty. Because if it's dynasty, I'm probably not making it. But if it's redraft, I'll make that trade.
I'll do
what I will say to answer this in a very, very vanilla way, even though we like to get kinky as fuck here on this network, as sexy of a trade that is, Kupp is right now on his way towards that 2019 performance. I believe it was 2019 where it was only him and Kenny G that were the only two receivers in the league to end the season with double-digit touchdowns. With that being said and with that being stated, Kupp is just balling the fuck out and has a connection with Stafford. You approach this trade with caution because you're chasing recency bias when you're going for Kupp. We need to think about how the actual how game scripts are going to work. Right now, you're seeing either nickels or safeties always slide over to be able to account for if the corner cannot handle Jefferson. But now that KJ Osborne is being more of a breakout, that's now going to now dictate that safety to have either that safety or that nickel to have to focus on Osborne as well. What we thought that Minnesota was going to do by running multiple 12 personnel sets following the injury after first off, we thought they were already going to do that with Irv Smith Jr. Then they brought in Herndon, and we thought that was going to happen with Herndon and Conklin. They've completely abandoned tight end. They're going 3 receiver sets majority of the time. So I approach this with caution to say, now that Osborne is breaking out, Thielen is always fucking going to eat. Jefferson's going to also have his big splash games. So approach this trade with caution. Know that this isn't a win or lose trade. No side wins or loses, but one side may benefit more than the other in certain game situations.
I think you're right across the board on that. The only thing that I will say that we didn't cover, at least on that take, was that Dalvin Cook is always going to be the one on that team.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Jefferson
as long as he's healthy.
Yeah, but he is right now, right? Like Darrell Henderson is not healthy. Darrell Henderson is not the one on that team. So Cook is always going to be the one as long as it's going. And Kirk Cousins is not reliable to be consistent on every game. But Matthew Stafford is consistent every game. And Cooper and his wide receivers are always his one. So that's why Kupp, I think, gets that advantage. Because Kupp is the one overall offensive weapon on that team beyond everybody else. And Jefferson is not on his team.
Here's my thought a little bit on the Justin Jefferson trade is that obviously the value goes up and down depending on what's going on with the team, right? So right now we're starting to see already in week 2, Dalvin Cook is starting to already go, I got to go on the bench for a little bit. I got to come back out. I got to go back out. And he's in and out of the game, right? So now that's going to determine the value of the wide receivers that are there. Because, I mean, Alexander Mattison is good when he comes in, but like if Cook's but they're typically going to try and figure something else out. KJ Osborne has been coming out of nowhere. I was glad that Robbie actually mentioned him because I actually went into one of my waiver wires this week and was like, well, I just need another guy in my bench for good wide receiver depth possibly. So I think I dropped in that league Nelson Aguilar because he had a pretty bad week. And I picked up KJ Osborne because he's had 2 weeks in a row of double-digit numbers. So I'm like, well, that's an improvement at flex for me. So, but seeing what he's going to do, I think is huge. But in terms of Justin Jefferson, is we know he's good. We know what he's capable of. We've seen it last year. The problem is how is this going to go into week 2? But if Dalvin Cook is starting to already go to the sideline a bunch, sorry, my dogs are in the background fighting.
You're good. We
I get to eat the loser.
I just feel like it's going to be. Oh my god!
What's the matter? What's the matter, man?
You know what the fuck you just did. You know what you did.
What? I'm like wasted meat, man. What the fuck are you talking about?
I think JJ's value is still there. But if I'm looking at receivers right now, man, do I want Kupp because I think he scored 26 and 36 in weeks 1 and 2. I want to see what this guy's going to keep doing with Matthew Stafford. I'll probably make the trade.
So Pang is going to fucking get me a hate email from freaking PETA now. With that, Ethan, we have a 2-parter from Ethan. Should I trade DJ Moore for Allen Robinson in PPR? Also, should I be concerned about Zeke the Freak Elliott? Let's try and get through this one fast. Go.
My article was actually about trading for DJ Moore and trading for Allen Robinson, buy low to buy high, which is hilarious.
Go check out his article.
Yeah, but no, it really was. And it's funny as shit. You don't have to trade DJ Moore for Allen Robinson. Okay. Darnell Mooney is good enough to take away. David Montgomery is good enough to take away. I think these guys are about even right now. And I think that's gross when I say that, but DJ Moore is about even with Allen Robinson.
I'd say, yeah.
You don't have to make a trade.
I'd be keeping DJ Moore.
Yeah.
Now I am concerned about Zeke, but I'm also always concerned about Zeke. I'll agree with Payne's analysis there. John, do you have anything to say about the first part of this question? Because I kind of want to rant.
The concerned about Zeke part is I think I'm not concerned about Zeke at all. I think the difference right now between him and Pollard. I mean, Pollard's got a little bit more flash in the pan, but it's just touchdowns. I mean, Zeke will fall into the end zone, and all of a sudden he'll be that, running back that everyone wanted. It's it's not as solid. It's not 350. It's not Derrick Henry, right, where it's 350 carries or 350 touches, and you're like, this is so safe. I'm so happy. But I have a feeling Ezekiel Elliott in that offense, the same way I was hyping up Clyde Edwards-Hilaire, because you just want to be in a high-powered offense. I think you just want running backs in high-powered offenses. And so
I want you to move Zeke. I
mean, if you can still get name value for someone like Kamara, I'm moving that. For sure. I'll take that move.
Well, Kamara is actually third from the bottom. It's Ingram. I can't remember who else, and then Kamara in leash yards per touch, which is a completely different stat than per carry and shit. So I mean, yeah, you might be able to pull back on Kamara for an Elliott if you can pull out the correct advanced analytic yards per touch versus yards per carry. You might be able to pull back on Kamara and some good shit could happen for you.
With Zeke, I think it's like, what do you have for depth at your roster at this moment type thing? Because Zeke's not a guy that I'm trying to get rid of. I have him in like one or two of my leagues. And the thing with Zeke is it's like, okay, well, clearly the Cowboys are trying to figure out what they're going to do right now in this moment. They're trying to run Pollard. They're trying to run Zeke. They're trying to get CeeDee Lamb going in this passing game with Dak. But I'm telling you, once this offense gets going, having that dual back offense like this, you don't want to get rid of Zeke yet.
What I will say about Zeke from a dynasty standpoint, move Zeke especially in dynasty.
Yes,
because I have a feeling that with as big of a contract as he has and as much money as Jerry paid him. If you guys remember during the offseason, I was like, guys, Jerry put Amari on this fucking 1-year contract. I have a feeling he's going to move, in middle of the season, right before that November 17th deadline. He's probably going to move Cooper. When I'm seeing Pollard play, I'm like, fuck, Jerry now has a case to make where he can move Zeke, get back double the return, and bring in a big name and to complement Micah Parsons at linebacker. And then that could, like if Dallas is really going to fucking make a push this year, right? Like if Dallas is really going to do this shit, which I still believe that Dallas still thinks that they're going to fucking really make a push, and they're really, even despite the 1-1, like you're playing the fucking Eagles this week. If you beat the Eagles this week, you cannot tell me that Jerry Jones isn't thinking, all right, so Zeke is kind of sort of underperforming. And we got this really nice kid right here named Tony Pollard, who the Rumboyz also interviewed. And he's looking really good. And let me hop in the shower and let me shampoo my hair and think about it.
I need a sausage egg muffin before I even start a conversation.
Like I'm just saying, like it's gonna be between Cooper or Zeke because they have that value to where if I'm Jerry, I can move either one of those pieces based off of what the performances that are putting together right now, and I can bring back a big defensive piece. And I hate saying this shit, but I also have to cover this team on Monday, not once, twice, but 3 different fucking times. Once in an article, once in a pregame show, and then I got to do play-by-play for the fucking Cowboys on Monday. Look, I'm sorry, but like for some good Dallas analysis, you all got to admit that I'm making a valid fucking point.
No, you are. No, you are. You certainly are.
Stephen A. Smith, don't you dare take my tape.
He is very well.
Wait, I want to get to this Tyson Williams take. We actually have a couple questions around Tyson Williams.
Yeah.
Before I let the panel attack this one, I've been waiting to get to this question.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
Look, Tyson Williams is 4th in yards per touch. All right. And when you look at what he's doing with his volume and with his opportunities, Hollywood, I know that you're a Ravens fan. Look, guys, I really think that he is the premier back in that backfield. There's nothing that these veterans are doing aside from the big run that Freeman had, which sure, when he gets his 1, 2, 3 touches a game,
play.
Yeah, exactly. Like he'll do that. But like Williams is a guy. Like his time at BYU and his tape at BYU proved it. Like, what else did we need to know? I get the injury, heading in and shit like that. That's a fresh ass Vikings jersey, by the way, Mike.
Thanks.
I don't know if you wanted your real name or your nickname said on there. I'm sorry.
You can say
Mike.
Mike.
Cool. But Tyson Williams, like as long as he keeps getting fed in, like they have these design runs for him, and just the way that he attacks the B gap, he has a nose for split between his tackles, following his blockers. I'm all in on Williams. Fuck it. Williams might have been a piece that you grabbed off of waivers. He's also a piece that you can trade and bring something back. And he's also a piece that you can go after. And I have no problems trading away somebody to go and get him. I have no problems trading away a CH to bring back Tyson Williams.
Yeah. Ooh. I like Tyson a lot, and this week specifically, you're going against the Lions. I think he's going to gash him. He's got the burst. He's got that kind of in between the tackles, like you said. He hits that gap well. He looks good. His first cut makes him move, gets upfield. He doesn't have that breakaway speed, so he's never going to really outrun guys. But he's running at if you watch him play, he's running at, I think 4 or 5 yards a clip. That's great, man. That's great. In that offense, he is this year's James Robinson. The problem is he just won't get 100% of the work in that running game. That's the thing. It's just he's going to look the same. He's going to have his days. He's going to have his moments where he's, burst through the line. He might get a touchdown, fall in. He's the same conversation I said about Damien Williams you can have based on Williams. Like he's a running back too with, solid. He's never really going to fail you, but I don't know if he's ever really going to blow up and win you a week either.
I think you nailed that perfectly. He's basically Damien Harris, man. He's 10 points, and if he gets a touchdown, you get 16. He looks good, but sharing, I hate any running back that gets under 15 touches, and that's exactly what Tyson Williams does. He gets under 15 touches, and it's just a shame because if this guy had 20, man, he would be James Robinson. If he got
100%.
20, I took a prop bet on him last week to get over 12.5 receiving yards, and I was like, yeah, slam. He's going to get that, but he won't get any more than that.
I think if you were in a situation where you needed a running back, I had 1 or 2 leagues out of the 6 that I'm in that I actually needed somebody. And Tyson Williams was there. I had the spot on the waiver wire, and I bounced back a lot of my fantasy leagues because of it. So what you guys have all said, I don't think he's a guy that's going to be like your 30, 40 point guys that randomly happen or explode. But Aaron Jones. But if you need, someone who's going to get you some points that are double digits, 14, 15, 12, somewhere in there, then he was the right guy to go get. And I mean, the problem in my head with the Ravens offense is they have Lamar Jackson at quarterback, and he has a good arm, but we all know he tends to run quite a bit. So that's one of those things where it's like, well, how much are they really going to utilize all these running backs? Because now they have not just Tyson Williams, but they got the Latavius Murray, they got Devontae Freeman, they just signed somebody else that's probably going to have a direct impact too. I can't remember.
Fuck, I don't believe
they've been signing people left, right, and center.
The Niners did.
The Niners.
Yeah, that was a Niners move.
Yeah, this is something I'm not diving into head first because I don't trust the Ravens running offense because they have Lamar Jackson. It changes everything.
Really quick to get in. Oh, go ahead.
Go for it. Go, Robbie.
Before we get into Trey S's question, I know that Trey has been waiting patiently in the chat. Steelers Nation, to your point about Carr, the last time that he put out these numbers throughout the first 2 weeks was I believe that 2017 season, which was the MVP season. So be on the lookout. Evening, gents, full PPR, sit one. We are sitting one. Bobby Trees, Deontay Johnson, or Debo? It's Deontay. It's Deontay.
Bobby Trees. I haven't heard that name yet.
Bro, Bobby Trees.
Bobby Trees. Yeah,
I didn't come up with that. That was the footballers that did that. Shout to Andy, Mike, Jason.
I think it's definitely, especially with Big Ben playing kind of banged up, it's Deontay Johnson for me too. It's close though. Robert Woods has not looked spectacular.
Fucking Deontay's banged up.
Yeah, so exactly. He's not looking good.
Deontay's banged up.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, that's why I'm saying that's why you gotta play. You gotta sit him at this point. You got a banged up quarterback and a banged up player. It's just not.
People want to give Woods shit, but Woods, I want to say, is averaging 6 to 8 targets a game.
Yep,
and he's averaged to 3, 4, 5 red zone looks. I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so okay. He's not, who would have an issue with that?
Jaquifis. I'm yelling. Every time you comment in this fucking channel from here on out, no matter what show I'm yelling at. Jaquifis. What are your thoughts on David Montgomery? Mr. Montgomery.
He was my buy low this week. He has the backfield to himself with the rare appearance of fucking the other Williams. Justin Fields will vulture a touchdown or two. I know this is coming up.
Yeah,
20 touches is 20 touches, man. Yeah, it's as simple as that.
You're the guy. You're the guy in the backfield.
Yep. Yeah. And if you believe in Justin Fields and you believe that the Bears are going to take a step forward with this offense over Andy Dalton, which I think anyone really kind of buys into, then you kind of want to buy into Montgomery now, because if this offense all of a sudden explodes with Justin Fields, it's going to be too late. It's going to cost you an arm and a leg,
especially with Fields' rushing ability. So with Montgomery, I think that Montgomery has his double pane window to him, to where it's like on one side, like I see Montgomery having an improvement. On the other side, I see Fields like fucking sniping touches from him. At the same time, I also see a third, alternate universe where Fields scrambles, boom, oh shit, I'm about to get hit. Here's that shovel pass. Here's that dump off, whoop, and hits Montgomery with that. And Montgomery, if we remember back in his Iowa State days when he was a Cyclone, he did that very well. They are playing the Browns this week. I feel like I am out on all of my Bears this week, aside from A-Rob. And even A-Rob, I'm a little bit worried about, just because that Browns defense has, kind of taken a different approach and a different step in the right direction.
I think they're exposable. And Darnell Mooney, fuck, man, that guy gets targets. And that guy is gets catches. He is Tyreek Hill. He's the closest thing to Tyreek Hill we have, and I'll say that all season through week 17. Here we go. 7 targets, 8 targets, 5 catches, 6 catches. The yardage isn't great, but once they figure out how to not be stupidly conservative, this guy's going to go off. And he's going to be fucking amazing. 13, 14 points on 6, 7 catches, no touchdown.
Odell is coming back as well too. So which I do expect the Brown side of the ball to move a lot more efficiently, a lot more quickly. Even with the absence of Landry this week, it would be fucking when one LSU guy comes back, the other fucking LSU guy falls off the map. With that being said, though, and with that being said, Anthony Short's still a thing. Donovan Peoples-Jones flourishes better when OBJ is a part of that offense. Look, guys, I might be out on my Bears this week, but I think that Justin Fields should be rostered. He was sitting at about 51% rostership. I did the video yesterday. I can't remember what he was at. But he should be rostered, most certainly. Montgomery, I'm utilizing as a trade piece if I can. It depends on what I'm expecting for the game script to look like with Fields as QB as the season moves forward.
I'll tell you my lock of the week, though. The over-under of that game is at 52.5. I'm like, give me the under all day, every day. I don't know why the over-under is so high for that game for some reason, but I just looked it up and I was like, dude, that's crazy. I could see that being a low-scoring game.
I'm going to make a bet right now. Good bet call. No, I'm serious. I'm going to plug that shit on right now.
I had there you go. Really quick to run by you guys. You can just brush on it for 30 seconds because we got a guy in our fantasy league that is literally one of the most foolish people I think I've ever been in a league with, because he says things that just no one should say. So, Wally,
every league has a hot take guy.
So Wally, I hope you're listening because you're about to just get your chest shit on. Okay. So
OBJ
Wally
likes that.
He likes that. He said, moral of this is he offered a trade that almost got accepted to somebody in the league. everybody in the league was like, no, veto. Because everyone was like, that is not a fair trade at all. Like, absolutely not. Because it was like 5 players for Alvin Kamara and that were all like injured or not that good. And so everybody in the trade was like, no, we're vetoing it. And he threw a fit about it, right? So then today we were talking and he goes, what do you think of this trade then if you just know everything? I was like, I didn't say I know everything, but run it by me. And he goes, okay, TJ Hawkinson for Travis Kelce along with Tyreek Hill going for Keenan Allen. I said, the wide receiver value I can see. I said, but at tight end, you're talking a little bit of a breakout 2 weeks for TJ Hawkinson versus 4 years of consistency. I'm denying the trade. And he's like, no, like, we're not doing that. And then like he just was pissed at me for it. So what are your guys' thoughts on that trade?
I think that's not enough to veto, right? If someone's going hot and they want to chase, then go ahead, let them chase. Position scarcity. They're doing well. He did well last year. I get that Keenan Allen's hot shit, but Keenan Allen's also never finished a season.
Oh, that wasn't the trade that got vetoed, Paying. This was
no,
yeah.
But if you're talking about that trade in general, I would be okay with Keenan Allen, TJ Hawkinson. Does it feel gross? Oh, yeah, definitely, because you're looking at a second, third rounder for a fifth rounder. But if that's the guy who wants to dig his own grave, let him do it.
Yeah, I'm with you. That trade is, I'm with you. It definitely looks weird. That's one of those trades too, especially, Dynasty is an interesting beast because that's one of those trades that looks weird on paper, and then you fast forward a year and a half, and you're like, oh, all right, well, it kind of makes
redraft.
sense.
This one's a redraft.
Redraft.
And even to top it off,
and
I don't know what this guy's bench is. So if
so this is
Samuels and shit, like what am I gonna say?
Stetson's my buddy. He wanted me to bring this up.
Oh, okay.
This guy's roster consists of Patty Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Harrison Butker, Mecole Hardman, and now he's trying to reach out for Travis Kelce.
Yeah, he's a Kansas City fan. Let him be a Kansas City fan.
He's a Cowboys fan.
Well, he's certainly playing like a Kansas City fan.
Let him get the 6-stack. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Jaquifus asks, I'm in desperate need of a running back, and I have 2 offers. Either Cup for Najee straight up, which I really want to do, or Tyreek.
I read this earlier.
Or Tyreek and Kareem Hunt for Aaron Jones and Calvin Ridley. Go ahead, Peng.
I read this earlier. There is no reason to trade Cup for Najee. There's no fucking way in hell.
No.
You should dump Kareem Hunt. If it takes away to get Tyreek Hill to get Aaron Jones and Calvin Ridley, fucking do it. You're getting a wide receiver 1 and an RB1 for a wide receiver 1 and an RB3.
Yeah.
Like that's it. What you're trading is a wide receiver 1 for Cup into a Najee, which we have no idea what he's going to finish as. He's finishing as an RB2 right now. So
that's my take. I agree with Pang on that one.
I agree too, but it doesn't really help his running back depth because it's just a lateral move. It's a wide receiver and a running back for a wide receiver and a running back, which
but it helps him because he's going to Aaron Jones.
Oh, like helps. No, certainly helps.
Yeah,
certainly helps. It gives you a much better starting running back, but it's an interesting trade that's if you're in desperate need of a running back, it's weird because
I'm assuming he is in desperate need because his Kareem Hunt is doing nothing.
Yeah, that could be why he's in desperate need. But you're right. But Pang's 100% right. You're getting 2 top end talents for probably the wide receiver 1, and then like you said, a running back 3. So yeah, for sure you make that trade.
I feel like I want the Tyreek and Kareem Hunt for Aaron Jones and Ridley.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We're all kind of in agreement there.
Because Najee had a weird touchdown last week, and I wasn't happy about it. 16 points, cool.
Right.
Didn't look good.
That offensive line is so disgusting right now. You really don't want that running game.
Thoughts on Javonte Williams?
You guys go first. Before I spell my nonsense.
God, here we go. Yeah.
Refresh my memory. Who are they playing this week?
Pulling it up right now.
Jags
or Jets, something like that.
He's gonna go off. He's gonna go off this week.
Jets.
Or is it Jets? Is it the Jets? Okay, yeah. He's gonna go off this week. And the Broncos have had a really soft schedule. This is the time where you get to use those Broncos pieces.
Yep.
And get
Sell them.
really good, and get really good trade value. Let Javonte go the fuck off this week. Move that motherfucker right after this week. Move that. Y'all move that dough. 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 All right, I'm done.
I think Javonte.
I'm the only person on this panel that can fucking sing that song, by the way. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think Javonte. I had this. Ironically enough, this got brought up in a trade for me. Somebody was asking for Myles Gaskin from me, but I have really good running back depth and great wide receiver depth on this roster. They offered me Christian Kirk, Javonte Williams. I rejected the trade because I didn't need any of the wide receivers. I didn't need Christian Kirk, and my running back core is good. So that's the only reason I denied it. But I did want to take it. Trust me, every part of me and my bones wanted to take it, but I was like, I don't need it. So I rejected it. But yeah, I think Javonte Williams is going to be. He'll be a big boy this week. You better play him if you have him. He's against the Jets defense, as we said. Just play him. He's going to have a big week.
Hell yeah.
I like Javonte Williams. I like his skill set. I think that offense, without the threat of oh my God, why am I blanking on his name?
I just Jerry Jeudy.
Jerry Jeudy.
I just watched that happen on your face, bro.
Dude, that was
about to say it and it went boom.
Oh, dude, Jerry Jeudy. Without the threat of Jerry Jeudy out there as well, they're going to need to rely on that run game. So, he could see 12 to 15 touches, and he's an electric enough player that he can do a lot with a little. So I love Javonte Williams.
People are going to say that I'm thinking about yapping how Williams won't be good this week.
Uh-oh.
But that's actually the opposite. I actually think that this is the kind of week where two running backs do well, right? Like we can look at like a 60 and a 1 from somebody, from either or Gordon or Williams. And it wouldn't surprise me because they're not going to take these guys seriously. Like Teddy Bridgewater is fine. And there's some jokes about what he can or cannot do. But here's the thing, man. Like, Williams is going to be that guy that eventually is like Derrick Henry in it, right? Like, Gordon's going to hit the ball a few times, and then Williams gets his, and he goes off for 80 yards and a TD. Like, you see it almost every year with a backup guy. Tony Pollard just did it, right? He went off and just dominates, get a touchdown. So, I think Williams is in for one of those eventually. But here's my thing to you. If you are deciding to trade him, then you have to play him. Because you cannot trade, and this is just a minor. It's hard to trade somebody that you benched. Because people will tell you that you don't have faith in them and they won't take a trade. They think that you know more about for some reason. So I would start them in hopes of trading them if you didn't have much faith in them. That's what I would do. But yeah, you can go ahead and start the guy.
Really quick, I do want to take this time to make sure everyone knows our brother show is also on right now. Shots at the fantasy first rounders. We'll probably restructure the show for like a different time frame, so like we don't run into their show. But at the same time, like this show like runs like super fucking long, just because we're gonna get to all of your questions.
And then to answer this one, just start
answer them legit.
J-Rob,
before you do this, before you go into this one, I gotta read the question first. I gotta read this one. Should I play Drake, Connor, or J-Rob? We got to hit the Drake voice whenever we talk about Kenyon Drake, bro.
You talking about Drake?
So
Drake.
It's gonna be
Stole
Drake.
My flow.
So depending if Josh Jacobs starts or not, if Josh Jacobs doesn't start, play Drake, because Drake gets pass catching. And I said it on the show on Sunday that Devin Singletary that the Bills have our number, whether it's big receiver plays, big running plays, killing our quarterback, whatever it is, they have our number. And the Miami Dolphins can't stop the run. They could not stop the run at all.
Rel. I love Rel.
They fucking can't. And so Drake, J-Rob, I have no idea what the fuck you're doing with Connor.
I'm playing J-Rob for the volume, I guess. That's where I'm at with these ones. You hope that offense kind of figures it out. The offense has looked pretty shaky.
Got more touches. Yeah, way more touches this last week.
But you take the volume and you just kind of chase the volume when you're with these level of players, because they're all kind of meandering in that same RB3, RB2 range. And so I'll take the one who's getting the most volume.
Do you feel the same way if Jacobs is out, though? That's what I'm saying. If Jacobs is out,
then it's closer, but I still would probably lean J-Rob. But you could make a case for Drake. I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't hate it. I'd be like, yeah, okay. I mean, 6 and 1/2 dozen the other.
For me on this one, I have James Robinson in one league just because running backs started getting picked over. So yeah, I'm going to play James Robinson. I'm going to trust the fact that they're going to try and use him a little more. they did last week. They're bringing him more into like the workload with Trevor Lawrence and company. They bumped his numbers way up last week, and I don't see that stopping. I just see that the difficulty.
That sounded good. Oh my god, that was fucking beautiful.
Oh, I'm gonna grab one after this. I think that it's a little bit of a transition for James Robinson with being in the Jaguars offense, and it's a little new with Trevor Lawrence and Urban Meyer. But I feel like he has a spot in there, and they're going to get him going. So I am playing James Robinson, but between Kenny and Drake and James Conner,
no chance.
I guess I'm not in that situation. But if I'm looking at it, I'm probably going to maybe play Kenny and Drake because I have
revenge game.
And he's hurt. Josh Jacobs, it might not play, so I'm probably going Kenny and Drake.
Revenge game.
Yeah, I'd probably go Drake. I'd probably just use fucking
Drake.
Oh, bro. There's gonna now be a meme. Like, I need to hit up fucking Craig now because there's gonna be fucking Soulja Boy getting up out of the chair, like with my face on it, though. Dog. Fuck. Oh man. Shout to the homie Roto Heat Craig, bro. He makes a lot of our gifts. You ever need to use a Rumboyz gift, or if you want to add to the Rumboyz to the Rumboyz gift library, do so on Twitter, man. I mean, just gift search Rumboyz. Our so far our little very short library is there. I could also do Tyreek and Kareem Hunt for Chubb and Debo as Jacquees.
The answer for me is no, Jacquees.
I would take the other one.
I would take the other one.
Yeah, do the other one.
Has better upside than Debo. And as much as it pains me, Aaron Jones has better upside than Chubb. If it was Chubb and Ridley or Chubb or Jones, I would probably say Chubb just because I love the safety factor because you don't always play the Detroit Lions every week. But Chubb and Ridley and Jones is better than Chubb and Debo every day of the week.
I'm pulling this card right now, okay? First off, we appreciate and love everyone that tunes in and views our AMA sessions on Wednesday nights, every night, every week for the next motherfucking 15 weeks. Just because like we feel like doing this, and there's like also gonna be betting and gambling stuff, like even when fantasy is done that we're gonna cover. But look,
I have a solid moneymaker for you guys, by the way.
We're gonna have to drop that here for everyone in a second. We'll make sure that we give everyone a moment to get their pen and pad so they can take down those notes. Listen, if you fucking hit me up on public Twitter and at me while I'm on public Twitter while I'm simultaneously doing an AMA, when you can type that shit in the middle of the fucking AMA, I'm gonna make you wait until tomorrow morning to answer your question. I am not.
That's a fair rule, though. That's a fair rule. Just jump in the AMA, homie. It's easy. Exactly. Slide right in. Ask us anything.
Because that tells me that you know that I'm live.
Yeah.
And you know that I'm answering questions. You know that the whole staff is here. You see fucking 1, 2, 3, 4 motherfucking Rumboyz. You got the owner on this motherfucker. I could give it to y'all and just let y'all do it. Fucking come on. Like, you're gonna at me to answer your question while I'm live. Bro, you better throw some damn donut hype if you want to answer that goddamn bad. Fucking ain't nothing that $1 can't solve. Shit. 12-team PPR, flex, pick 2, CEH. Oh, God. All right. I'm ready to fucking rip into this question. 12-team PPR, flex, pick 2, CEH, Galladay, Ariukin, Gabe Davis, Pascal, Slayton, Berrios, Quez Watkins, and then Mills or Mack for my super flex. So fuck both those quarterbacks.
Oh, this is a bummer, man. This is a bummer. I mean, I guess CEH and CEH and Galladay. I feel like it's like you got to pick those two, right? I mean,
last week.
Matt, hold on. Matt dropped it. Matt
let's go.
Right. Oh, he was like, fuck that guy. Said, what's up, legend? We're gonna come back to that question. Someone just dropped Ryan Tannehill because of Dono hype. I'm sorry, guys. Dono does make your question get. We're gonna come back to it.
Yeah,
but someone just dropped Ryan Tannehill's skills. Should I snag him? I was gonna start Phils this week as of now, but been searching for a new QB. Yes, we're snagging tennis skill.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was it me? I just dropped him like 5 minutes ago. It might have been me. I literally did. I just dropped it for fucking January.
You'll never guess. Someone dropped this dude 5 minutes ago. Like, oh shit.
I know him too. I just dropped Daniel. I got dropped it for Daniel Jones.
Yo, John, notice how that made me flick off my co-host? Like I had to make a physical fucking gesture to pay.
Yeah. What are you doing? And letting him go?
Take it off, Avenger, and whack. Oh, hey, cheers for that one, though. Payne, you set that joke the fuck off. We don't ever drop Santa's skill. We keep Santa's skill.
That's not a joke. I just dropped his fucking ass this week because I needed.
I know it's not a fucking joke, but that's what makes it worse too.
I love Tannehill, dude. Ryan Manahill is my fucking homie.
Ryan Manahill.
I call him Ryan Manahill. Dude's a fucking man.
He is a man. I like that.
I can literally point random fucking video clips and times for you to be like, what me prove to you that I knew he was good as a Dolphin, right? Chargers, fucking Dolphins. I want to say 2017. He takes a fucking hit as the guy's coming at his face, deep balls at Kenny Stills, and he does it against the Raiders. Fucking amazing. Go watch that clip. I love.
Go watch that clip. Yo, he said with such big dick energy as a Dolphins fan. He's like, go watch that fucking clip.
Amazing.
Watch that clip.
Fucking hated that we had to let him go.
Avenger, let's go back to Aiden's question. I feel like we're all on the same page for Matt's question and for his Dono hype question.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Matt's question. I feel like CEH is what we're on, or are we wrong on your take?
No, you're not wrong. I might take it all. I think your two options would have been, Clyde Edwards, or you're looking at Pascal. But
yeah, Clyde Edwards and Pascal is where I'm at.
But the thing with it is now is like if Carson Wentz is hurt, which is shitty because the guy can't catch a break, but he's hurt.
You have no legs, Lieutenant Dan.
You got no ankles, apparently.
Want some ice cream?
He needs ice cream, I tell you what. But yeah, I was gonna say maybe Zach Pascal, but I'm going Clyde Edwards-Hilaire now because of it. That's your best option.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Whoever.
And then Mills or Mac, you got to take Mac for super flex. Just
Mac.
Cause.
Yep.
Oh
Mac
yeah. Oh yeah. I guess we had to pick a quarterback. Yeah.
Mills or Mac. Give me Mac Jones.
Yeah,
super
Mac
flex. It sucks. He's going against the Saints, but it's better than David.
I'm gonna be a dick about this. Give me Galladay and give me Berrios because.
Ooh.
Oh. Whoa.
Little sneaky PPR shit.
It's not that I don't not like it. I just think that this is that. I have two baddies, and this could turn out to be really, really good sex, or this could turn out to be a really shitty night back home from the bar where it's like you use too much teeth, and your shit stank.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what you're taking. Like it's a mixture of like, yo, this was fire, and we just shot some OnlyFans content. Like I feel like it could be that, or it can also be like, yo, I'm going to the clinic the day after. Like it's sexy, but it's not.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know from experience. I've never had sex.
Wow.
All right. Anyways, moving on. My thing to the point of this.
No one's ever made Payne more awkward on his own.
My whole thing to this is that Galladay is the fucking guy that's gonna eventually break out. He's gonna beat the fucking Falcons. And for some reason, Berrios is relevant. I don't fucking know why. Maybe Zach Wilson's just like throwing white guys. I have no idea. All right, fucking dude has 12 catches. Dude has fucking 12 catches. Like, what the fuck is going on that we have to even mention Berrios' goddamn name right now?
Crazy.
Oh man.
Fuck it. Because he's obviously not throwing to fucking Elijah Mitchell and fucking Elijah Moore.
See, dropped the mic. You were wrong there. He's like, Payne is gonna say Gabe Davis. See. Even though you watch the show all the time, you can watch the show all the time, and you can still fucking be wrong.
I was close to getting fucking Gabe Davis, but here's the thing with Gabe Davis. I told you guys this before. I fucking do not trust Josh Allen. I just don't.
Yeah.
Have I been wrong? to trust him.
Not
People had him
year.
as Patrick Mahomes tier, and I'm like,
hold up. Hey, can I just shout out the chat really quick? Matt's like, yo, I didn't mean to interrupt homie's question, but then Aiden's like, I don't give a fuck. No love.
Yeah,
it's all boys, damn it. We're
it's
all
all love in the chat. It's all love.
Oh, Rel hitting us up with one. Watkins or Kirk.
Christian
I'm going Kirk.
Christian Kirk. That's not even. Sammy Watkins might be droppable.
No, Watkins is not droppable.
You don't think Watkins is droppable?
Nope.
Rashad Bateman's coming back any day. And Sammy Watkins is going to be such an afterthought.
I'd probably go Christian Kirk, but
I would take Christian Kirk, sure.
Here's my argument, Don.
Before you go, Benjamin, drop the mic. Hey, go back to that timestamp and edit that shit of Payne getting awkward. He has never, ever done that. We need that. That's that content
that's that content that people need. Yeah.
Well, like it just threw me the fuck off, dude. I was like, all right.
All right.
Fact check fucking and shit. Okay,
all right, let's go. Dude. Celibacy. Let's go, baby.
Celibacy is cool with me. It's just the fact check fucking is what threw me off.
I didn't even get into that. I didn't even get into that. But shit, I mean, cushion.
Anyways,
your take.
All I was saying about the Sammy Watkins was that if they're gonna try and slow down Hollywood Brown at this point in time, then maybe Sammy Watkins still has some value. But I'm still going Christian Kirk.
8 targets his last game, plenty of targets the week before, and he's facing the Lions.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. Christian Kirk has less targets than Rondale Moore. I'm just throwing it out there. Watkins is not left for dead, guys. He was a harder week last week. Okay, he's whatever. So 8 targets, almost back to game, something like that. They're facing the fucking Lions. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, this is the week of matchups. Like, this is the week where you play matchups. Now we're starting. So, like, week 1 and 2, every analyst, all of my colleagues in the industry, yes, I'm talking about y'all, not just here on the panel. We're talking about everybody. We're going to say, start your studs. Start your studs. All right, that whole tweet that I put out that fucking went viral when I was like, your studs will bounce back. And I did the Bart Simpson shit. All right, we're done with that. All right?
Yep.
We're done. Like, your studs by motherfucking now, it's either we hear or not. Like, I'll give it maybe one more week, but after this week, it's either here or not. Sorry.
My shit's
a sweet guitar riff.
But I say that to mean, like, yes, Baltimore's playing Detroit. That line is set at 49.5 with a spread of 9. Detroit's gonna fucking get smacked. Like, Detroit's giving up the spread to everybody and everyone. It's open cheek season on Detroit. So I'm just saying, like, don't expect Detroit to cover anytime soon. Like,
that's fair.
I should have never brought betting into like what we were doing because that probably just swayed my analysis a little bit. Like, someone's now like fuck Robbie.
You can always bring up betting. That's where that's where the real money is made. Is you get fantasy is the best. Don't get me wrong. I love fantasy football, but you want to get into some betting, make some money. That's where we're talking. Getting
like a true East Coast.
It's just a real degen here in a closet, texting his bookie on the side. No big deal. It's just it is what it is.
But like back to the situation, man. It's like I trust targets when the guy can at least catch half of them. This is why I'm off of Chenault. Like if you can't say
Chenault.
My boys, exactly. If like people are holding Chenault and you're saying drop Watkins, I'm like, why? Because Watkins at least caught some of his fucking passes for 40 yards, 50 yards, 60 yards.
All right.
So he's not irrelevant.
Paying.
What's up?
That's why it's our job to be, shout out to Avenger, to be those nerds. This motherfucker is holding the health.
I'm listening to you.
I love you.
Fired up.
Like, this is why he is fired up. He's like, I'm loving this show. This is fucking great.
Let's go.
This is why it is our job. We need you guys in the chat. Okay, I'm speaking solely to the chat. I'm facing the chat as if like I need to figure out a way to put the chat on the side of the fucking screen so I can face the chat when I'm talking to you guys.
I'm looking at you, chat.
Listen, guys, this is why we look at the spreadsheet. We do the data. We look at all the advanced analytics to help you out. We get that you don't have all the fucking time in the world to do that. That's why we're here. That's why we want to do this for you guys. We're here every single motherfucking Wednesday night. What Payne brought up is a very valid fucking point. Yep. Why are we running and talking about dropping fucking Watkins when you got guys that are putting up the same, if not less, numbers that we're willing to roster? And that's not how math works. Like, Facts. The fuck are we doing? Like, we're here to – it's about winning a championship at the end of the season, damn it. That's why you're watching AMA. That's why the fuck you're here on a Wednesday night. Let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be real. Like, you're here to get that, like the shit that we do not get to address on a Friday night. Like, when we do not get to be as analytical as we want to be. Motherfucker, I do not just sip. Yes, I'm still sitting back, sipping and everything. But I don't just sit back and sip and host a fucking show. I got takes, damn it. I got analytics. My team has analytics, and we're dropping them for you guys to help you guys make the best decision. Pang, really quick, before we get, I want to give everyone a quick break to go to the bathroom, stretch their legs. I probably want to do about 30 more minutes, maybe about 20 more minutes of questions. Pang, what was it that you said on the SportsMe app? You were like, look, guys, like, oh, it was on the whole extra thing. It's like, I'm here to make you make, what was it? I'm here to make you make the best educated. I don't remember. What was it?
Oh, it was, I'm here to make you put you in the best position to win. That's the basics of fantasy football. I'm here to put you in the best position to win.
Go close to the mic for that. I want everyone to hear this.
I'm here to put you in the best position to win. That's how poker does things. That's how poker's number one rule. That's how all of metagaming's rules are. Here to be in the best position to win. And that's it.
Amen. Amen. You guys and to kind of expand on Pang's analogy. We're gonna play a quick announcement, and then maybe some music. We're gonna play some music and a quick announcement. I want to let everyone stretch their legs because they've been going hard. The staff deserves it, especially the first Wednesday of as a staff working together. But Pang said it best. You have poker players that get to the table repetitively, not once or twice. We're talking World Series of motherfucking poker. You see the same guy with the shades on TV doing his thing. It's the same thing. We're here to help you make the best odds. If you have questions, not just fantasy football related, if you are also trying to beat the fuck out that bookie, okay? If you are here to beat that bookie's ass, hashtag beat the bookie's ass. That's the new hashtag. Hashtag kinky as fuck when a big play happens. Hashtag beat the bookie's ass.
Hashtag beat that bookie's ass.
Yep.
Hashtag let's go.
Hey, we were what? Paying on Sunday slate. We were 11-3 over the week. We were what? We got Thursday and Monday, or no, we got Thursday, but we failed Monday. We were what? 12-4.
But what did we fail on Monday?
I picked the Chiefs wrong.
Oh yeah. I think everybody did though. That's sorry. Yeah. We did that. Yeah, we got a lot of those right, and we only put our money on a few games. We said these are the ones we're betting. Yep. Which were the Raiders. And I actually had a bunch of games. I honestly, I cleaned about 1080. The Raiders made about 600. I cleaned 480 on another game.
Ooh.
Hey, remember, if you are a Rumboyz premium subscriber, you do get a 24/7 analysis, 24/7 pocket analysis. So you can pick whatever fucking, Rumboyz member. We'll help you out. You also get our weekly newsletter. Once we get more premium members, we're gonna drop that newsletter for you guys. Give us our premium picks of the week. I will personally screenshot you my picks, and if anyone else from the staff wants to join in on that mission, we'll screenshot you our bookies, our picks to beat the books. A lot of great things you get with Rumboyz Premium. A lot of fucking really good perks.
And then plus, my price picks too. By the way, the one I tweeted out went. Technically, it went 3 out of 4 because one went to push, and then the 2 I recommended on the show went perfect. James White hit it, and then Mac Jones hit it. So you could have gone 5 for 5, and that would have made you a 10x. Or if you would have split them to 2, you could have gone, 4 for 5, which would have made you a 2x on both.
Hell, hey, we're here to help.
No big deal. Just printing money over here. Just printing money for the fans.
And I bet it too. So I will even pull the receipts if anyone wants to see it. Like, did you make that bet yourself?
Oh my God, it's a crazy one. Before we go into commercial break. Before we go into our very first commercial break. This is the hardest question. This is the hardest question before we go into commercial break. Matt, stick around. We're gonna answer you right after commercial break. I want my team to get some analysis together. Guys, go look at your stats. Go get the notepads out. We need to crack that question. Let's get into a music video. This is Golden Fish Tank by the homie Roy Dale. Texas Stand Up. Dilly Dilly.
Suck my dick and pay me. She don't call back like, damn. And my brother's always busy. That's why shorty fucking with me. She the only one that give me. Yeah. And I rode this here for 2. I just hop up in the whip. I hit up 6. Smoke it with me. Little bitch.
What's up?
We're back.
Ooh, we're not back yet. Hang on. Don't No one answering.
Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time, there was a monkey knife fight.
And one day, they met one team partners. And the NFLPA...
It's a match made in the pits of a monkey knife fight.
And everyone lived happily ever after.
Are you listening? This is big.
What is a monkey knife fight?
You know, it's thing monkeys, knives, you get it. Fantasy sports is monkey knife fight. And monkey knife fight is fantasy sports.
Monkey knife fight is daily fantasy.
Monkey knife fight in the house.
I am Monkey Knife Fight.
You are Monkey Knife Fight.
We are all Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey Knife Fight.
You have the NFLPA behind the company.
It's exciting for me to be a part of fantasy sports.
When I think of fantasy sports, I think of beating all my buddies year in and year out and being able to brag about it.
We're not just partners in it.
We're owners.
and it feels awesome to be an owner.
I challenge you to a monkey knife fight.
We've been saving you a seat at the table, Monkey Knife Fight.
Welcome to the One Team and NFLPA family.
Monkey knife fight. Welcome to the family, Monkey Knife Fight.
Welcome to the game, Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey Knife Fight!
I challenge you to a monkey knife fight.
Monkey knife fight! Monkey knife fight, monkey knife fight, monkey knife fight, monkey knife.
Ladies and gentlemen, this show is brought to you by monkeyknifefight.com and the Monkey Knife Fight app, which you can find available on both iOS and Android. Promo code Rumboyz in all caps for your very first match on your very first deposit, all the way up to $100. It's a great value. I'm in the middle of actually making a chamomile whiskey hot tea right now. I'm going to go ahead and throw up this question here. We have
Before we go, throw up the question, but since we just got off of Monkey Knife Fight, I would like to give one bet that I'm already going to take for the Monkey Knife Fight guys. So they sign up and get this bet right now.
If you sign up, you get a free pick here by Paying's Picks. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get into the free pick by Paying's Picks. Promo code right up on screen.
Touchdown dance tomorrow night, Carolina, Houston. All right, you get to select 3 players. They have one right now where you can get a goal of 2 touchdowns and you win 2 extra money. Well, guess who's playing tomorrow? You got Christian McCaffrey, DJ Moore, Brandon Cooks. Do you see these 3 players getting less than 2 touchdowns, guys?
Whoa. No, the 3 of them will combine for 2 touchdowns.
Combined.
Yeah,
combined. Yeah. If you want to get risky business with it, you can go for 3. But guaranteed money, go for the 1.5, get that 2 touchdowns. That's a 2x. I put $250 on it today. So
there we go. There we go. We are here to hashtag beat that bookie's ass. Let's go. Let's go. Beat the bookie's ass in our hashtag. We're gonna get into this question here. And let me go ahead and
make your team, man.
The show. Darnell Mooney or Rondale Moore? We will start with John. John, you're in charge while I make this drink.
Yeah. So it's funny. It's interesting. I just traded for Darnell Mooney literally 5 minutes ago in one of my big leagues. I love everything about Darnell Mooney. I love everything about him. I think Justin Fields is going to take over, is going to set that offense to a new level. And if you want to buy in the same way I said, you got to buy into David Montgomery now. You got to buy into Darnell Mooney now too, because if he shows and flashes what I think he can do, it's going to be too late and you're going to have to pay through the nose for him. I traded Tyson Williams for Darnell Mooney, and I'm like, I'll take that trade, right? Like, here's a guy I grabbed off the waiver wire. I can flip it for a piece that's going to be in my lineup probably every week and could level up into a legitimate asset. This week specifically, I don't know. I might want to play Rondale Moore because I want to see what Justin Fields looks like. But
yeah,
I love Darnell Mooney overall rest of the season. And if Fields takes this job and performs the way I think he is going to and take this job over and beat the Browns, Mooney could be a real asset going forward. And I put my money where my mouth was. I traded Tyson for him. So
yeah,
go ahead, Mike. That's what you said.
For me, this was very close. When we were on break, I did a lot of number crunching on this, so and I'll run those by you guys for like just for like total detail's sake. Rondale Moore is projected 12.6 to Darnell Mooney's 11.2, so you're already really close right there. And I don't always ride on projections. You got to look at those matchups and see who they're playing. With that being said, going farther into it, Rondale Moore is playing Jacksonville Jaguars, and Mooney is playing the Cleveland Browns defense. So I am kind of leaning more towards playing Rondale Moore, but maybe longevity if the Bears can get things going with Justin Fields. Like you said, investing in Darnell Mooney the same way you would invest David Montgomery. You know, longevity, those guys might be who you want to go to. And we're getting to that point in the fantasy season now where we're through the first 2 weeks. Now it's going to start getting into a matchup standpoint and not just a big name standpoint, which is why people lose a lot of their leagues, is because they're like, well, this guy's a huge name in fantasy. Well, right, but if this guy's a better matchup, why you should be starting this guy? And some people just don't have the mental capacity to get that, and they want to just start their stud rosters. Overall, over the last 2 weeks that we've seen 35.2 points to Rondale Moore, and I don't see that slowing down. I see him kind of taking over Christian Kirk's spot, completely honest. Darnell Mooney, he's at 20.2, but again, that's longevity of the season. They had Andy Dalton, so I don't think you can factor that in and make that a crutch for anything. I think that if they're going in any direction, the Bears are going upwards. So for longevity of the season, Darnell Mooney is probably going to be the way you want to go, but for like right now, you're probably going to want to start Rondale Moore to like this week.
Yep. I'm gonna go really quick. Rondale Moore for your situation, just because of the matchup. And I think that's short, simple, and sweet. Plus, I said it in the waiver wire video yesterday. If you guys have not checked that out, go give it a like. And just drop us a 30-second view on that shit. Cut Ayuk. Aiden, we're not gonna go cut Ayuk yet, but he's definitely trade value for those that are still truthers. He still has a little bit of name value. Jason asked, should I trade? We're all going to do a shot really quick first before we go into Jason's question. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rumboyz and girls. What do you do? Dilly.
For me,
should I trade? Well, first let me read it really quick.
Yeah. Oh, you said it right. My bad.
Should I trade Damien Harris, Brandon Cooks, or Jefferson for Justin Jefferson? Still have CH, Zeke, and Lockett. Thoughts? Oh shit, that's sexy.
I want to say it depends if you're in a 3-receiver league. I don't think you have the ability to give up a running back given your running back situation.
If
I think that given that's just what you're at right now, I think you have to hold your third running back.
So if you're in a standard, normal, start 2, right? Like, dude, you're able to pitch this in such a way when you message the other GM that GM is possibly, there's no way that GM is not looking at Cooks and going, oh shit, quarterback proof guy. I think that GM that GM is looking at Cooks and it's like, fuck, like super salty, super sweet. That's the best piece of candy they can get. It's all the flavors. I don't think you need to do Justin Jefferson. Well, actually, yeah. If you're gonna make it 2-for-1, I think that's the sweetest deal that manager is gonna get. But you're gonna have to rely on the fact of when you type that message is coming off as Brandon Cooks is quarterback proof. Like that message has to lead with that. Like it has to, dude. And then you're making the case for Damien Harris next, and then I would need you to come in with think about a lawyer headed into a fucking argument. We're gonna lead with Cooks being quarterback proof, then we're gonna come back with Damien Harris being a stable in the low floor of which he is. So we're gonna address him being a stable floor, and that's how we're gonna pull off that trade. I'm gonna give you a 2-for-1 based off of floor, based off of quarterback proof, and that's the only way you pull that off.
My one question to Jason on this trade too is, it's obviously we all know we've all clearly won some leagues and all that. We all know that trades are subjective to what the roster is in need of. So like looking at like what you're offering between Damien Harris, Cooks for Justin Jefferson, I'd like to kind of know like what they have at running back that you're offering, what you're offering. Because obviously if they aren't in need of it, then maybe there's a counter offer you can come up with if that first one doesn't go through. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of curious as to like what their roster consists of and what they don't have.
Yeah. John?
I would make that trade again. Now you have your starting lineup. Is going to be pure firepower. You have CEH, Zeke, Lockett, and Jefferson. If they all happen to go off on a week, you're going to win that week, and that's nice. I think you're trading 2 mid-level assets for what could be a low-end wide receiver 1 in Justin Jefferson. So I like the trade. It's even. It's a fair trade across the board. It's fair for the Jefferson manager as well. Taken in, you're downgrading a little bit, but if you need running back depth, that trade makes sense. Where you're like, I'm going to downgrade my wide receiver a little, but I get a usable running back. So,
ladies and gentlemen, I hate to go super Sesame Street, but the word of the day is indicative. Whenever making a trade, do whatever is indicative for your roster and the other person's roster. More so for the other person's roster. We bring up the word of the day, indicative, because you want to make a trade of whichever it is indicative for that other person's roster. You want to be persuasive enough to make sure that they are receiving value of where they may be hurting. Hey, bro, I see that you're hurting at QB2. I got 3 QBs. My third QB is Garoppolo. He's been producing. Let me go to offer you up Garoppolo. And then in exchange, let me get maybe a low-end piece. Like, you're giving away a piece that you don't really need, right? You know it's indicative for this person in order to have success to have a QB. Maybe you give a QB that maybe isn't paying off dividends for you. You're never going to start him. You're never going to have him. But you need a guy that you need to roster. You need a guy that you need to stop. This is where you go and you find that flex piece. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. Let me do what's indicative for you. In return, getting what's indicative for me to seek out my ROI, my return on investment, or whatever I offer you.
So the thing that I want to touch on is that I think the way people look at Brandon Cooks right now is a situation. He was wide receiver 15 last season. He's wide receiver 10 right now. This is not like a low end guy. I really want to make sure we understand that this.
Yeah, Brandon Cooks is not a low end, but people are looking at him as a low end guy. Like we're looking at him through the lens of analysts.
Yeah.
These guys, they're not looking at that, you know.
Yeah. Oh, my point is like John made the point, like, I'm trading this mid-tier guy for. I'm like, realistically, he's semi-high tier.
Yeah,
he's wide receiver 10 right now.
He's quarterback.
Yeah, I mean he's wide receiver 10 right now, but you can't tell me season long Brandon Cooks and Justin Jefferson are the same level.
No,
they're not.
They're probably not. But the situation that Cook is in,
but that's going to be the counter. That's going to be the
Jefferson.
Counter. That's going to be the counter. So that's why Jason has to sell on recency bias and what's indicative for the other person's roster and for his.
And like I said, he's in a really bad running back situation. He just said, I only have these 2 running backs. I got CEH and Zeke, guys that we were saying right now.
Well, let's get into Timothy Chan. Jason, for yours, you have a lot of different options. I want you to keep dropping options for us so we can evaluate. For you, Jason, I want to evaluate what the best possible option is.
Yeah. You have other running backs. What's on the waiver wire?
If you guys are new, subscribe to the channel. Should I trade away Evans, Sanders, A-Rob for Rondell Moore?
And Rondell Moore.
And Rondell Moore for Eckler, Allen, and Chase. Listen, man, you're banking on a lot of upside there with the Allen and Chase side, right? Chase and Burrow. Zach Taylor's offense is penetratable. You can penetrate that offense. It's not where we're seeing where Dallas, and I hate that I'm using Dallas as a fucking example. We're seeing Dallas and Tampa with their 3 receiver sets be with their big 3 in the pass catching game, be efficient. We're not seeing that with Cincinnati, with the nasty natty. Okay, the nasty natty has a little bit of time, maybe an extra year, and it's going to take extra linemen to be the nasty natty. They're not the nasty natty yet. I know that fucking Jonah Williamson is coming to his own on that line, but I'm not seeing it yet there, my guy. So the Jamar Chase is the part where I may be out on. He's big play touchdown dependent. Maybe I keep what you got.
Yeah, I'm not making this trade. I mean, it's a move just to make a move, in my opinion.
It's a move with upside. It's a move with upside when you have a stable floor.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't know. I like Evans. I like Miles Sanders. I like Allen Robinson. And, we all know the explosive power of Rondell Moore. So I don't know why you would make this trade other than you're just bored and you want to make a trade.
My other thing, too, is like, I don't know who you have at quarterback, but like you got to look at the offensive players that you're picking up in that. You're picking up Austin Eckler and Keenan Allen. So like,
it's a weird, right? It's a weird stacking.
It's a weird stack. I don't know if I'd do that. Like the stacks I like to go for if I'm going to stack ever is most likely, like Patty Mahomes and Kelsey, like a quarterback to a tight end, right? But like I'm never probably going to stack like a running back and a wide receiver or a wide receiver and a tight end that week because obviously you're kind of like spreading yourself thin. I like to have my rosters a little more like spread out throughout the league. That way I can come down to a Monday Night Football game and pull off a win.
Really quick. Here's what I need to happen. All right. Here's what I need to fucking happen. Right now here on the Rumboyz motherfucking Fantasy Network. We are going to do a giveaway. We are our Rumboyz Fantasy Network premium subscription. Look, we've been doing this shit honestly, and we've been getting y'all money for a hot minute. Like we've been winning a lot of people money for fucking 4 years. We're heading into our 5th year. October 10th is our birthday. I want to go ahead and to one of our users. I'm gonna give away this week and this week's only premium picks. All of our money lines. You're gonna get all of our money lines. You're gonna get all of our fucking props like that we're making on our Sunday slate. We don't fill those out all the way up until the Sunday slate. But I want to give away really quick to someone that has asked the hardest question. For the hardest question of the night, which was what we answered with the Rondale Moore shit with the Darnell Mooney and Rondale Moore.
Question.
Yeah, it was the hardest question of the night, the best question of the night. Matt, hit me up in the Discord. I'm gonna give you this week's picks exclusively via text. Hit me up in the Discord so you can get my personal number, and you will get my personal picks on the money line this week. I'm gonna give you straight up money line. I'm gonna give you straight up every TD that I'm doing. I'll also update you live in game for any in game adjustments and any in game bets that I make, live game bets. Go ahead, give me your number, dog. Give me your information. Give me your DM me on the social media. All my links are in the description. I'm hooking you up with the week trial, with the free week trial of Rumboyz Premium.
Awesome, man! Congratulations.
There you go. There you go, man.
To answer back at the question really quick, though, I don't think the stack is realistically bad because I've done it. I've done the Cowboy stack before, and I've won. DeMarco Murray, thank you, buddy. Miss you. I did DeMarco Murray Des Bryant stack, and I won my fucking championship that year. It was fucking cool. I just think you're giving up a lot, man. It just seems so heavy. Like I don't.
It's a 12 team. It's a tell between two wide receiver, one flex.
Okay, so the reason I don't disagree with the trade either is because I think I'm gonna think what I'm assuming you're doing. Tommy Chan, to answer Tommy Chan's question is hey man, Mike Evans is doing good one week, doing bad another. Doing good one week, doing bad another. Do I have the nuts to start Mike Evans? I know I don't. I would never have drafted him.
I'm trading Mike Evans after the big splash because here's the thing. All right, so I'm trying to get away from all Buccaneers receivers. So I'm trading Godwin. I'm trading Evans. AB's probably the only one that I'm rostering, but even still, I'm probably still answering offers for him. I'm trying to move that dough. Move that dough. Move that. I'm doing it on all Tampa.
Robbie, question for you. Out of the 4 guys he's trading versus the 2 guys he's getting, realistically, you don't give a fuck about Chase. Do you see a week where Eckler Allen do a bad week, but then at the same time, I do see. Keenan Allen, Eckler, you see you having a bad week more times than A-Rob and Miles Sanders.
No, not more times than A-Rob.
And I think that's okay to make that trade because you're saying to yourself, I think these 2 guys will have more consistently good weeks than these other 3.
But with Timothy's situation, I just don't want Timothy to dive into the situation where it's the Rondale Moore piece, honestly, that gets me hung up. The Rondale Moore piece. But hear me out. The Rondale Moore piece,
don't get Chase.
But the Rondale Moore piece is the only thing that makes the other manager bite.
I don't think so. I think it's A-Rob, Miles Sanders, Evans that helps make them bite. He keeps Chase. You get Eckler, Allen. I think that's fair.
I don't know if I'm seeing Rondale Moore. Fuck the other pieces. I'm getting a rookie breakout. I'm comparing that to what Justin Jefferson did over his last 2 weeks last year. Anytime I'm evaluating Rondale Moore in any trade, I'm evaluating that to what Justin Jefferson did last year. I wholeheartedly believe that Rondale Moore, everyone's like, who's going to be this year's Justin Jefferson? Motherfucker, it's staring right in front of you.
Okay, my point is, it's like at the end of the day, though, we all 4 of the guys he's trading away, we could see having really bad weeks constantly. Not constantly, but enough times to kind of scare you.
Timothy has one of these unique situations where he can hold, and he doesn't have to fold right now.
But he's playing a guessing game, though.
Yeah, if we're at a poker table, Timothy, you're okay to hold. You don't have to fold right now. The same trade that you're making right now can probably be made next week.
That's also fair.
I was going to say, man, you got AB missing this week. You might want to trade Evans. Next week might be the week to trade Evans because you pull one target out of these wide receivers, and all of a sudden Evans has himself a vintage 120-yard a touchdown game, and you're like, yeah, man, Mike Evans is back. Now it's because Antonio Brown wasn't there, but you could flip it and sell it.
For Tim, I'm gonna do what Pang said about on the SportsMe app about the poker shit. Shout out to SportsMe. I'm a hold. As a poker player, I'm a hold.
Yeah, I think this is a tough one. I could see why you're making this trade. I just don't think you have to give up Rondale Moore.
Not yet.
Miles Sanders is a question mark sometimes. A-Rob, we know he's going to perform eventually. But Allen Eckler are kind of like, they were first and second rounders for a reason, right?
Correct.
They were first and second rounders for a reason. I understand where this trade's getting at. Maybe you're giving up a little too much is what we're getting at.
Yeah, I think you're giving up. I think you're giving up too much. And if you really want to sell the way that you want to sell, I'd probably hold for one more week and then sell.
Yeah, and that's fine too.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at that one as a stock, as a stock at that point. I'm looking at that trade as a stock. That whole package, I'm looking at as a stock deal. Hey guys. Hey, it's just Chaz.
Hey. What's up, Chaz?
What's up, Chaz?
Chaz, hit us up, man. We want to get you on the show soon. So DM us on Twitter at Rumboyz Robbie, and I'll get you booked up soon. He says, "Hey guys, I got Aaron Rodgers or Jalen Hurts. All right, do you guys mind if I kind of hit this one from
Go nuts?
Yeah, like I'm gonna hit this one from a betting standpoint. All right, listen, guys. Rodgers has gotten his steam back underneath him, despite that being an Aaron Jones game. The Packers face the 49ers. That's a bit of a tougher defense. Not even a bit. A much tougher defense than Detroit. They're probably going to start clicking by week 3, week 4. Like that preseason shit is out of the 49ers' bones. I like this game at +3, but I do think that we go Rodgers here just because I think that NFC East matchup is going to go super back and forth, right? We're looking at a 3.5 point spread between Dallas and the Sheagles. 51.5 on the over/under, plus 170 on the Eagles. Like Vegas thinks that game is going to be absolute fucking bananas. But I personally believe that Jalen Hurts is going to blow the fucking Cowboys back out. He's not going to fucking fuck. All right. But with that being said, I probably want to go Rodgers just because like he's fucking that Batman Aaron Rodgers. If Rodgers falls flat this week, you're going hurt every week after that. I mean, discretion advised. But you're probably going to go Jalen Hurts. I mean, Jalen Hurts, like, it's the Cowboys. Like, I don't think that Micah Parsons is that dangerous to really sack fucking Jalen Hurts three times. Like, I'm expecting Micah Parsons to have to sack Jalen Hurts three times in order for Jalen Hurts to be completely ineffective. And I don't think that's going to happen. Like, Parsons is still a rookie. Like, get the fuck out of here. He's not that nice. He's not that nice. Like, let's stop with the Micah Parsons hype. Go ahead. I'll let everyone else answer that one.
I'll be quick. I'm Jalen Hurts, believe it or not. I actually think that game's going to be a shootout, and I usually go for quarterbacks in high-scoring games. The same way I go for running backs in high-scoring games. And Jalen Hurts kind of falls in that weird running back, quarterback, category where he's going to run the ball for 100 yards. So I like it. I like the floor that you get with his rushing ability, and then because it is going to be a high-scoring game, he could have himself 2-3 touchdowns in the air, and so I like Jalen Hurts a lot.
Anyone else?
I'm going to come on the side of Aaron Rodgers on this because I know everyone's going to argue. A lot of people in the football world are going to argue and say, well, it's Aaron Rodgers against the 49ers. Well, right. This isn't postseason, though. This is regular season. Aaron Rodgers has some steam back here. He was on Pat McAfee's Tuesday, Aaron Rodgers Tuesday, and he talked about how he's sick of the media giving him shit for having a bad week 1. I think you look to carry on the performance from week 2 with the Lions. It's only going to get stronger as we go here. Keep in mind, Aaron Rodgers was MVP last year. This guy can ball out on any given week. I think he's got a purpose to play for now. I honestly think Aaron Rodgers wants out of Green Bay by the end of the season. Yep. So what I think is going to happen is he's going to ball out this year, whether they go to a Super Bowl or not, and then he's going to peace out and move on. I think he wants to get his value up to go somewhere, and then he's going to leave. So I'm going Aaron Rodgers for the week.
Pang, you want anything else to add to that before I get into this next one?
I want to throw out that I'm not sold on either of these guys. I think you're kind of fucked. I think you're kind of fucked.
You could potentially be, you could be fucked either way,
Jalen Hurts only completed 12 passes last week. like fuck, man. Like imagine only completing 12 passes as a quarterback.
The next morning I wake up, that hurt my dick, and when I say that metaphorically, that hurt my pride. Like pride is a fucking.
I took the Eagles to fucking win. I was a fucking asshole last week.
Well, hold on. To bring up your argument though, to wake up as a quarterback, knowing that you have to face Dallas, knowing the pressure is going to be on you, you better pass for more than 12, right?
He passed 23, only completed 12.
Or you better complete more than. I apologize.
Yeah,
I apologize.
See that's wild. I didn't even know that stat line at this point yet.
And he ran for like 82 yards, something ridiculous.
I hadn't looked at that. And the thing that's crazy about that is everyone that is jumping on this Jalen Hurts train. I mean, he's a good quarterback. I'm not going to deny that.
He's the only quarterback to complete 1,000 rushing and 1,000 passing through his first 5 weeks.
And that's insane. And that's great. But like my thing with it is that if I'm going with someone out of these two, I'm going with Rodgers because he's. So
here's my secondary on Rodgers. Why I said you're kind of fucked either way.
Okay, yeah.
Rodgers didn't fucking look good. Let's be real. He looked fucking stupid. He had that great pass to Tanya, and that's the only pass I can remember. What, like the crappy flats to Randall Cobb, the deep shot randomly to like Devontae Adams. That of course, like it was on the money, maybe 1 or 2 deep shots, and then how many misses did he have to MVS?
You aren't wrong.
He had the ugliest misses I've ever seen. And it wasn't MVS. I would love to give MVS crap because he fucked me on my 10x bet for $5,000. But whatever. I will leave it alone. But that wasn't MVS's fault. That was all Rodgers. That pick play where he threw the ball at like a guy's shoe because apparently MVS is like fucking 6 inches, not 6'3" or 6'2". Like Rodgers doesn't look good. And to think that because he had a slightly big game that he looks good because of it. No, fuck no. Aaron Jones carried the shit out of that game.
Yeah, Aaron Jones carried.
And I'm glad that you're bringing up that point for people too because you're 100% right in saying that. And like the only thing that I would say about it is now that they know Aaron Jones is like back and hungry and ready to go, is that I feel like some teams are going to stack the box to try to stop Aaron Jones, but that's just going to open everybody else up.
If I had to pick one, I would probably say take Rodgers, and I'm not happy.
I'm gonna take Rodgers. I'm gonna take Rodgers, but I'm not. I'm approaching that I'm approaching both with caution.
Yeah,
exactly.
This is one of those scenarios where if you had a third QB on your roster, I'd say, all right, let's look at that option.
Go find Daniel Jones.
Hold on, I do want to say this week,
Uncle Rico.
I want to say this week, if you are trying to parlay, if you're trying to 16 game parlay this whole fucking slate. I am prescribing no 16-game parlays. We are not money lining. I never do it. I never, ever do it. First off, fuck that. Like, but if you're trying to power play this weekend, this is not, I repeat, this is not the fucking weekend to do it. All right? This whole week 3 is set up as a fucking trap week. This whole week is set up as a trap week. If you do not have Rumboyz Premium, this is probably the motherfucking week that you really need that shit. I'm not trying to self-promote. If you do not have the service, if no one else is helping you beat the motherfucking bookie, fuck fantasy. We're talking straight up cash money. We're talking straight up moolah right here. Like fucking yo, for the love of Sundays. Like John pointed out,
Sundays.
Fantasy is cool. The betting is where you really
can make some. You can make some kashish. You can make some weekly kashish.
I need everyone. Yo, look, this week is a trap week. I need everyone to know that we are on high alert this week. If you do not fucking have premium, get premium. Fucking get premium. Like, I cannot stress that enough. Like, fucking do it. Like that's the only time I'm ever gonna push our own product that much. Should
real quick?
Should I own?
Should I 1-for-1 trade Waller for Hill and what do I pick up? So real quick though, to make my point about MVS kind of fucking me, which in turn means Aaron Rodgers. This is literally the bet I made.
We're not doing that Waller for Hill shit.
This is Aaron Jones, CJ Hawkinson, DeAndre Swift. All of them hit, by the way. I only missed the MVS on that deep pass that should have been caught. This still gave me $500. So people think that I don't bet my $500 to try to get a 10xer. That is legitimate. This really fucking happened.
Everyone says that we don't play our own bankroll on this channel, and I'm here to tell y'all we play our own fucking bankroll.
Yeah, sadly I do.
I'm sorry to disappoint everyone out there.
Yeah,
we're a bunch of DJs on this.
I would have loved to blame MVS. No, but I blame fucking Rodgers because that fucking guy was open multiple times.
John, you guys, Mike is a new guy, kind of here, but like, would you guys say like maybe? We've never asked this question in a job interview, like coming on to the Rumboyz, but like, would we say that part of the job is like you gotta risk your own shit, like you gotta,
Fair
enough. Oh, hell yeah, 110%.
We did 500 for the Raiders on fucking Sunday night. Like it wasn't a joke. I was like, yeah, I'm taking this bet, and then you made the bet, and I was like, I just put 3 on it right now.
Exactly. We didn't give a fuck. Like we didn't give a fuck. Mateo is graciously asking us, Rumboyz Fantasy Network, please answer this question. Should one, or I'm assuming should you do this 1-for-1, the Waller for Hill? And I just want to first approach this before I let the staff hit you guys with their answers. Look, man, if we're doing this 1-for-1, I was waiting for someone to ask us about a Waller or a Kelsey type situation. What I'm banking on for your perfect situation is that you have a Gronk or a Logan Thomas in your holster, right? I'm expecting that before you make this move, you have someone else in the holster. If there's not anyone else in the holster, we're not going to make the move. Unless we're planning on grabbing someone off of waivers, maybe a Max Williams or something. I need to make sure that you have a good backup tight end before I prescribe you making this move. If you have a good backup, Mateo, I'm prescribing if you have Gronk. All right, so I've been prescribing this to people all day. Everyone's like, yo, I got Kelsey. Yo, I got Waller. Yo, I got Kittle. I was watching Rumboyz over the summer, and you said, if I get any of these 3, get a backup. And, like, Gronk is going off now all of a sudden. Like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Yo, we're motherfucking moving Gronk, and we're keeping our premium. Or either we're going to move our premium to get a big-name running back. We're going and we're fucking forcing someone's hands for Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
Especially when we're in tight premium. Like, we're going and we're forcing fucking hands. We're walking in, briefcases, hair done, suits on, and we're saying, fuck you, take this deal.
I like it.
Yeah.
You have to.
Go ahead, man.
So looking at this trade, this is my thoughts on it. Not you guys could flame me for it, but that's all right.
Probably maybe a DJ. Oh my god.
Like I'll take it, So Darren Waller for Tyreek Hill. Here's my thoughts on Tyreek Hill after last week. Is we obviously saw that the Ravens defense found a way to shut him down for the game and kind of open everybody else up, right? We had a guy in our league willingly change his team name to 19 fucking targets because that's how he was supposed to win. And Darren Waller had 19 fucking targets in that Raiders offense. And I think that is significant. And obviously it dropped down in week 2, but that's clearly Derek Carr's guy. And I think you keep Waller. I think that there's going to be an exposure level of what the Ravens did to Tyreek Hill. That's going to kind of slow him down a little bit, believe it or not. I really believe that. I think that people some teams are going to zone in on that film and go, how did this team fucking stop Tyreek Hill? What do we got to do to stop it? And they're going to look at exactly what the Ravens did, and they're going to try and find a way to do the same thing. So I'm not saying Tyreek Hill is going to have a slow fantasy season by any means, but I'm saying I'm keeping Darren Waller in the situation that Tyreek Hill starts to have his normal boomer bust season. Okay. Keep Darren Waller.
Yeah, I'm with you. The positional advantage of Darren Waller is just too good. So I'm keeping Waller.
So
19 fucking targets.
19
I'm
fucking
targets. Keep Waller, but I do disagree that you can stop Tyreek Hill. We've seen this before. There's some teams that can do it, some games that people vanish. It happens to the best of the receivers. I think it's always more of a scheme situation and less of Tyreek Hill. But Waller's, you're not going to find another tight end. Unless you're in an 8-man league, there's no tight end you're finding.
Yeah, I agree.
There's no fucking way in how you're going to find something that even puts anything remotely close to what fucking Waller would do. But you will find a waiver receiver that will get you 10 points.
Yeah.
You'll find it every week.
Give me just 1 second.
I'm reading Jason's team.
Yeah,
Jason's team's nice. I'll be honest.
And he was asking, do I trade?
He was the one who was trying to get Justin Jefferson too, right? Yeah.
Pollard.
Is this 2 QB, Jason?
Michael Carter and Harris.
No way.
One QB.
That's 1 QB. There's no way that's 2 QB with Brady and Fields. But I like that in a 1 QB. I like that stack. I like that Brady and Fields.
Okay, so your receiving core is so bad. You do need this. You do need this trade. But I will say that I don't know how much of an upgrade Cooks to Jefferson really is, right? Like you're suffering from like 3. You're suffering from Ayuk, Elijah Moore, and Juju. So I don't know if like
I almost want him to have a stronger running back core.
That's kind of where I'm at too.
That too. His running back core.
I want him to go running back. I don't give a fuck about the Justin Jefferson because you got quarterback proof Cooks, Juju on that beat. Ayuk is only the person that you're really trying to get rid of. But I mean, Ayuk, we're talking about possibly playing him as a flex anyways. So if we get him a stronger running back, who gives a fuck? If we're getting him a consistent RB. And we moved Harris. Well, fuck. If he's moving Harris and Cooks, then he's going to have to compensate at wide receiver. That's why he made the trade. That's why he's thinking the way he's thinking.
Exactly.
He's thinking the compensated receiver. That's what it is.
I don't know what your thoughts on Elijah Moore are, but I mean, Elijah Moore, he could have a pretty decent year with the Jets.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I'm not buying.
He's got too much for fantasy, in my opinion. He's got a lot invested in the Jets with Michael Carter and Elijah Moore. It's like,
I agree with
do you think the Jets are really going to provide fantasy value for more than one piece? It's like,
it's 1 QB.
Yeah, I figured.
I don't know because he has that Damien Harris that could be that fucking smooth ass flex play, and I'll gladly pick a running back as a flex play any goddamn day.
Yeah, me too. I saw in our fantasy chat today, someone said, who the fuck flexes a running back? And I was like,
what?
So then I went in the chat and said, anybody with half a fucking brain. That's who the fuck flexes a running back.
Yeah, I mean,
his receivers are like a TLC album, calm, cool, and sexy. Like I'll take Lockett, Cooks, and Juju if I can get a better running back. I want him to get a better running back. I want him to get that guy. I want that guy at running back. Like that's what I want. Like Justin Jefferson is going to be cool to pull back. I want him to get a guy at running back. That's what I want for Jason. Like if I could manifest, if I could light some motherfucking sage, some incense, open up the Bible and pray, and like do whatever the fuck, feed Buddha, whatever the fuck I gotta do. I want Jason to get a guy at running back. I want Jason to get that motherfucker. I want a stone cold killer at running back.
But that's not gonna happen. His trade wasn't for that. His trade was for Justin Jefferson, and I said, I think you need either you find a really strong receiver trade, or you look in the waivers, you grab Braxton Berrios because fuck it, why not? Trade Kittle to somebody that might want Kittle, man. Because I'm telling you, I was not on Kittle coming into this fucking season.
Neither was I. Yeah,
I wasn't willing to hedge against him.
He'll get banged up against at some point.
But yeah, I'm telling you, your running back core is just so scary because you're trying to figure out is Zeke the guy? Is CH the guy? Is Pollard the guy? Right? It just sucks.
With that being said, I feel like I can package Damian and Cooks for Justin Jefferson or Ridley or Diggs and try and buy low and still be quite comfortable with running back.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you can
at that point, yo, it is 100% your roster.
Ridley and Diggs are a different story than Justin Jefferson. That's a different conversation. Like you're going to tell me I can add Ridley? That's a different conversation. I can add Diggs.
But he's also going to break open. He's going to break up a stack to break up that Cousins Jefferson stack.
Right.
I'm okay with that. I don't give a fuck about it. Yeah, you have to play fantasy defense at that point. At that point, yeah, if you're breaking up a stack that's gonna be longevity for him because he's gonna use that stack throughout the whole fucking playoffs.
I feel like you're stuck with Harris at flex with this team, and it does limit a lot of your upside. I love Harris, but I'm not stoked about playing my fucking flex every week. This is what this team looks like.
Good fucking take, Ping. I'll take that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, once you bring it into the flex, yeah,
it's fine. It's cute, and that's it. You know, cute people don't get laid. As simple as that. You gotta be fucking sexy, man. And I feel like Damien Harris is just like, it's cute. Like I'll do it because that's all I can do.
Boys, I know you're gonna flame me. We're gonna keep it chill. I might. I mean, you know, was only going to flame me, but I traded Kyler and Tyson for DK. However, I do have Herbert as my backup. And how deep of a league this is before I fucking roast you, because
fuck,
I'm a DJ and I don't do this shit.
Okay, I'll be honest with you right now, right here, from friend to a friend.
Kyler and Tyson.
I don't hate this trade.
Kyler and Tyson walked out on top.
I don't hate this trade. I mean, I don't know what his wide receiver core looks like. I really, but I mean,
going to
Herbert's not horrible, and Tyson was probably a waiver ad, so you're getting DK, who I think is gonna bounce back. The touchdowns are gonna come for DK. I mean, he's getting the same targets as Lockett. It's just he's not finding the end zone, but he'll get his. DK will get his. I'm not stressed about it. So I kind of like this trade. It's not horrible.
I'm gonna say that the trades. I'm not a guy that drafts quarterback early. Kyler is probably the only guy I was doing it for because he was going to that sweet 5th, 6th round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but fuck, man, like you just traded away a guy. So my thing is who is DK starting ahead of on your team, right? Tyson Williams, that's cute. Okay, he's gone. But who is DK Metcalf starting ahead of? What is your wide receivers looking like when you start them? Because Kyler Murray is putting like 20 points ahead of every other quarterback.
Yeah.
He's putting at least 12 points ahead of every other quarterback, right? Like Justin Herbert has a guy.
This is a guy. Really quick, keep going. But Jason's a guy, and Timothy's a guy. Like they're playing for real.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Like I have no idea how I would, like, unless my receiver is so piss poor that DK Metcalf just blows him the fuck out of the water. I don't know if there's another quarterback that gets even close to Kyler right now besides Mahomes.
Like straight up. Like if I'm looking at this, like I get that you have Herbert as your backup. Like I probably would have moved Herbert, and that's like if this single QB, I probably would have moved Herbert, in exchange for the receiver. I don't feel like you need to do the 2-for-1. If this is super flex, we're talking 2 QBs. Okay, well we're talking a different story, and I can understand what you're doing there. Kellen, I need to know more preface behind that one. But if it's single QB, I'm not doing that.
Herbert has not had a 2-touchdown game yet. He'll get there. He'll get his 2 touchdowns, 3-touchdown games, but it won't be as many times as Kyler Murray does.
Yeah, Timothy, we hit on this one. I think Timothy did give us some context. I want to get into James's comment. For my question, Chase,
there we go.
On my wide receiver 2, and I have Marvin Jones, who's been productive, Shepard, and Pittman behind him. So I'm wondering if y'all like Evans or Chase. I like Chase.
No, you're fucking wrong. If Chase is your wide receiver 2 and fucking Shepard is not, you're wrong.
Well, I mean, yeah, and that's in that scenario. But I mean, for the sake of his question in his trade, I mean, make the move, make it happen, Captain.
I don't like either of those guys. I think Evans and Chase are the same fucking player. I think you can make this trade, but what's going to happen is you're going to be Keenan Allen, Sterling Shepard, Marvin Jones, then Chase. Chase is your wide receiver 4 on that team. That's it. Anyone going to say that they trust Chase to beat Sterling Shepard right now, who is getting like 13 targets, 10 targets a game? Chase got 2.
No, yeah. No, I'm with you.
So no.
Yeah, I literally went pretty into like the Sterling Shepard stock right now. Yeah. As of after week 1, and I mean it paid off going into week 2. I mean, I even went to the point where I believed in it so much that I was projected to lose anyways with my starting lineup that I had. So I was like, well, fuck it, I'm going to go ahead and get Sterling Shepard. So I punched him into my flex spot just to see what he was going to do for a week, because I already had good wide receivers. So I ended up having on Thursday night F1 McLaurin and Shepard go on the double-edged sword. And I had Cooper Kupp go on Sunday, and I literally scored like fucking 90 points at wide receiver, and my buddy was pissed. So I'm big on Shepard right now with paying on. I mean, Chase is good, receiver too. You got to get Shepard if you can.
No, he has him, but he's got to bench him for Chase, is what he's saying. I'm like, no, it's a bad.
Oh no. You got to play Shepard.
Your wide receiver 2 is Shepard. You're going to play Keenan Allen, Shepard, then you're going to play Marvin Jones, and then it's Chase. Yeah. Tyler Boyd got more catches and targets than Jamar Chase, and so did T. Higgins. I don't know what this whole
Chase's touchdown.
I was gonna bring.
He's big ball dependent. He's big ball dependent.
That's it. Like, and I don't know if my fucking 2 is gonna be that guy. He's a flex play.
I was gonna bring that up. I'm glad Payne actually mentioned it was T. Higgins. You know, like there's not enough love coming
Him and Boyd
towards the direction of T. Higgins, and like he's still getting looks, he's still getting targets, and he's getting good weeks. Like I don't know why Higgins is being overshadowed by Jamar Chase, just because everyone thinks Jamar Chase is gonna have the same type of year that Justin Jefferson had his rookie year. That's an incredible task. Like
this is an important question. Come from James Zoe here. Yeah. He says he has Cook, Gibson, Harris, receivers, Ridley, Hopkins, CD, Godwin, AB, tight end, Pitts. Should I trade Gibson, Godwin, and Pitts for Kelsey and Monty? Isn't Monty gonna be worse because of Fields? James, I'm underneath the belief, myself personally, I believe that Monty could take a dip because you have a scrambling QB in Fields. I would certainly prescribe you making this trade.
Wait. You want him to trade?
No. You don't. He's giving up. He's giving up Pitts, Godwin, and Gibson.
Oh wait, okay, no.
This is a fucking no-go.
We're not doing the Gibson and Godwin shit. Yeah.
Pitts went 5 for 73 last week on 100% catch rate. Okay,
I'm not giving up. Yeah, I'm not giving up.
Pitts is on the precipice of a massive breakout.
Godwin is the wide receiver 1 for Tampa Bay, aka Tom Brady. Right. Gibson is about equal to Monty. Give or take that Gibson will be less than Monty just because of touch range, but you're literally just trading a wide receiver 1 to slightly upgrade 2 positions. Slightly.
Tim, we got you.
To be fair, Kelsey's a major upgrade, but I just don't know if it's enough to get Godwin up.
Thoughts on Kamara? I think he's a great player. I think he's elusive. I think he's impressive. He's got one of the most crazy skill sets I've seen in a running back. That's my thoughts on Kamara. I love him. I think he's freakish hands. The way he can slip through a hole is wild. And I'm not worried about him. I'm not stressed about him. That offense is going to be very Jekyll and Hyde with Jameis Winston. That's how Jameis Winston is. That's who he is as a player. We know that. So that offense is going to be very Jekyll and Hyde. The opposite of what it was with Drew Brees, which was very consistent. So I get it that you're not used to that in the Saints where they win a game by 30 and then lose a game. So, but it's what it's going to be. If anyone remembers the Bucs a few years ago when they had Jameis Winston, it's just very up and down.
I want to pull back James's question, which, by the way, 2 Asians in one chat. Interesting. Anyways. I fucking noticed that shit. I don't give a fuck.
No.
His receiving core is actually really fucking sick, and I didn't notice that off the back. It has Ridley, Hopkins, CeeDee Lamb, Godwin. Godwin's is fucking 4 for God's sake.
That's sick. That's absolutely sick.
You could make that trade. I would try to find a rebundle a trade and maybe get Kelsey and Monty, and maybe not have to give up Gibson. Or if you have to give up Gibson, maybe find a better running back. That's a tough one. But you have the tools to do it. I wouldn't be against the trade if you made it. I'd be like, yeah, it makes sense. Now he has tight end 1 for sure. He gave up a receiver that he probably wasn't going to start anyways, or he would flip start between, DeAndre Hopkins and Godwin at this point. So yeah, you're fine. You can make that trade.
This is Kella's team. If after taking advice, it'd be like Herbert, Kamara, Saquon, CeeDee Lamb.
He already made the trade, by the way. Yeah. He didn't ask us for the advice.
Flex DK, Michael Thomas. Okay, yeah, you let Michael Thomas sit on the bench. Yeah,
that's fine.
And we get a Michael Thomas question by the homie Joe. What's up, Joe? Make sure you if you are new, subscribe. Period. Like just fucking subscribe. Like straight up. Is going after Michael Thomas a bad idea? Think about offering Thielen for Michael Thomas and Jacoby Myers.
I'd do it.
And Timothy also says, "Thank you guys. We thank you for tuning in."
Now's the time to trade for Michael Thomas because what's going to happen is he's going to get close to coming back, and then the news is going to come out that he's getting close to coming back, and it's going to be harder to trade for him. The manager that has him is going to get hyped and been like, I've been sitting on him for 4 or 5 weeks waiting for this to come back. Now is the time to trade for him. So he's still kind of halfway through this IR. He's not really on people's forefront of mind. So, yeah, I guess if you're going to trade for him, this is probably the week to do it. And if you can get Jacoby Myers, who is a startable asset, get you through until Michael Thomas comes back, Yeah, I'd make that trade. I really would.
Anyone else?
I agree. I think that if they're going to do it, now is the time. But my one piece of advice is proceed with caution because, and I say that because Thielen is pretty good every year. We all know that. And the thing with Michael Thomas is chemistry. He might come back with Jameis Winston. It could be different. Same thing we're seeing with. I didn't get to answer on the thoughts on Kamara. We've talked about how Jameis is.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. With thoughts on Kamara, it's the same situation where it's like they're trying to figure out what this offense is going to be like, what they're going to do, and then go from there. But yeah, I mean, if you have a good wide receiver core, go make the trade, but proceed with caution.
To answer the Kamara question originally, I'm not a Kamara guy. I really not. I don't think he's a first rounder. I'll take him in a second in real life, but I won't take him, and I just don't fucking see it. Michael Thomas is, he's gonna be the guy. He comes back, it doesn't fucking matter. Michael Thomas has been good with everybody he's ever played with.
Yeah.
Even with Taysom Hill, he's been good with Teddy Bridgewater. He's been, actually the only person he wasn't that great with was Jameis Winston. But he's gonna come back and he'll be great. And
Kellen,
that's it.
Kellen, I don't think that it was a steal as much so as like.
No, it's not a steal.
Yeah, I don't want to say that we're calling Michael Thomas in any draft position a steal as much so as like you got him and you got him. Like it's just it's one of those things that you got him and you got him. Let's get into this final question while I go and pour a shot. Thoughts on trading Gibson and Godwin? He has God and win in his name. For Kamara and Elijah Mitchell. My team is QB Josh Allen, running backs Henry and Gibson, wide receivers AJ Brown, Godwin, Thielen, and Golladay. We're keeping that team together.
Don't trade.
Yeah, I'm not making that trade. I think Elijah Mitchell was cute, and I think the fact that people blew all their fab on Elijah Mitchell was great. But I think people like me who didn't.
I didn't touch that.
People who added Jeff Wilson for free and just kind of gonna sit and wait, and then once Jeff Wilson comes back, he's gonna muddy that backfield up even more. It's just I don't know. Again, the same way you felt about Damien Harris, I think you can feel about Elijah Mitchell.
So I added Jack West Patrick because I'm a fucking deviant.
So did I. I did the same thing.
Yeah.
You guys are the best.
So here's the thing for you, buddy. If you start, because you have Henry and Gibson, your flex plays will always be your receivers. And it's just as simple as that. If you take Elijah Mitchell, are you actually going to fucking start his ass?
So
Right.
What I did in our Dynasty League, this is my first Dynasty I've ever done. And I'm starting to catch on to what people's tactics are, And so I went in for Elijah Mitchell.
Joe, we're not making that trade. Go ahead.
Didn't get him right. And then once I saw that the Niners signed Patrick, I was like, well, since this is Dynasty, all I have is like a shitty running back on the bench. So I ended up getting rid of him and I put this new guy up. So I was like, well, we'll see what he does. He'll sit on the bench, but I at least got him. So someone's handcuffed.
Also, Kenny Galladay will eventually bounce back. He will. It feels gross, but he's getting 6 and 8 targets per game. I think it's not the worst. And 2 of them were actually he had 10 targets. 2 of them were flagged and dragged down to the ground when he was in the end zone. But it won't be great. But if he's your wide receiver 4, that's better than Elijah Mitchell, who's your RB 3 to 4 at this point.
I'm going to say I'm looking at Galladay as a depth guy at this point.
Exactly. He's just a depth guy, but he's a better depth situation than Elijah Mitchell right now.
I like it. Ladies, really quick, before we sign off, I know we're about to sign off and shit. As I hold this football in my hand, next year, the celebrity, fantasy analyst, football, real life flag football game will be going down. Okay.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
In Canton next year, we're gonna have full-on sideline reporters. We're gonna have people up in the booth. It's gonna be a real ass production and shit. We're doing the fucking damn thing, live stream game, everything.
He's doing the Goku stretch. We're
gonna have a fantasy analyst draft. I may or may not be drafting one of the footballers, a certain footballer as my QB to flick me up them nice ass passes. I'll be playing receiver. We're gonna have coaches and shit. And like,
whoa, stop. The footballer is gonna be there. The fantasy footballer.
We're doing a full on draft. We're doing a full on live stream draft. So like, we're gonna first figure out a pool of players that are gonna be in. You guys are gonna be able.
I gotta come to this.
You guys that are gonna be watching. You guys that are gonna be watching are gonna be able to pick. You guys that are gonna be watching are in the stands, live in the stands, and even at home, we're gonna be able to pick fantasy lineups and shit. Like we're doing a full fucking whole ass thing.
If I can get in, I will fucking start exercising. Again.
Yo, hold on. Let me show off my shirt really quick.
I'm already lifting.
Skinny as fuck.
We out here. Hey, yo, Can was a whole ass thing. I'm rocking my Expo shirt. You know, y'all better already know what the fuck it is, what the vibes is next year because I'm stepping out on the field and I'm dusting fools. Draft me on your fantasy team. We'll probably have the draft in April. We'll probably have the actual draft of who's going to end up on what team in April. And after that, you guys will be able to draft your fantasy teams. Between then and the Expo, shout out to Fan Tracks. But yeah,
I'm just gonna throw out there, man. I used to be able to squat 330 and deadlift 4. I will fucking exercise if I get to play against the fucking footballers and get on this fucking shit,
bro. You have to play against me.
That's more important.
That's scarier than anything. You have to play against me.
If you play against me, it's just gonna be gay chicken the entire time. I'll be all over you, holding you down.
You're gonna have to hold me.
Just say, it should be gay chicken. Oh, Robbie, man, I totally got you, guy.
I'm just like, I don't. Yeah, bro, the amount of people that have ripped off whole fucking shirts where it's like, yeah, you better hold me because I'm just gonna take the fuck off. You're like, where the fuck is he going? And it's like, post route, you little bitch, post route. But no, so that is going down. Make sure you guys, keep following us for details on that. We have a whole year of which we're planning for that. Shouts to Eagle Dan FF. Dan Turner FF now is what his fucking handle is. Because he didn't want you guys to be biased and know that he's a fucking Eagles fan. Fucking Eagles, by the way. No. There's something wrong. If you were Eagles, a Cowboys, or Giants fan, you can still subscribe to this channel.
Oh, I mean, you mean the guy that hates on anyone playing their fucking team this week? Oh, I don't think Keenan Allen's gonna get over 60 yards paying. You dick. It's like, what the fuck, man?
But no, I mean, next year is going the fuck down. We appreciate you guys for tuning in for AMA. I want you guys to share the AMA with everyone. Like, take this shit and look. Like, if you're really badass, you're just gonna take the link and you're gonna put it in your group fantasy chat anyways. Be like, these fuckers helped me win. They might help you, but I'm still better than you because they helped me first. Type of shit. Subscribe to Rumboyz Premium, $6.99. Like, if I'm not worth $7, lucky number 7 of your time, like, fuck, goddamn. Like, hit up a stripper in Vegas, see what that costs you.
A lot.
Other than that,
I wouldn't know.
Shout out to Spearmint. I know Spearmint, whatever it's called.
I want my staff and my team to be them and do them. We'll start with John. For the love of Sundays.
Oh, can we before we sign off? Our thing set to get a gambling bet. Can we at least throw in one gambling bet from each person?
Sure.
All right, so we get one free pick per person.
One lock.
Just
one
lock.
One
absolute lock.
This is not if you are not on Rumboyz Premium. This is our 1-1.
Okay. So my name's Johnny Batson from For the Love of Sundays. I love everything that has to do with Sundays. I love everything about football. And today's lock for me is going to be the Las Vegas -1.5 over Miami. That is an absolute slam dunk lock. If you don't take the Vegas Raiders -1.5, you are an absolute imbecile. So give me Vegas. I'll take those points. They're going to beat the bag out of Miami. We're going to get Jacoby Brissett. I expect that line to change as the week goes. So if you can lock in now at 1.5, take it. Over under is 48.5. I don't know. I don't really want to touch it, but if I had to, I'd bet Vegas in the under.
Hell yeah. Make sure you guys are checking Odds Checker for your best boost. We play on DraftKings. We may or may not introduce a second sports book this weekend. We don't know what we're going to do with that yet. I'll probably talk to the staff and see how they feel about what book that we introduce as a second book. But I like what you just said about that 1.5. Check out Odds Checker for your best bets. We're going to give you our best bets, but we want you to make your best bet. Pang.
So I did not know it went to 1.5. So people need to double check that. I did take my -4. That's so whatever.
John just said, I fucking took it at twice as much and then some. So yeah. Anyway,
yeah, I'm looking at Vegas. Vegas Insider has it at 1.5.
Okay, I had him at I think 3.5, 4 when I fucking took him, and I'm just like, yeah, I feel confident on that. So yours even better. For me,
looking for something sexy. Keep going.
For me, I'm looking at Price Picks right now. Give me Darius Slate over 8.5 points against the fucking Falcons. Okay. Give me also, because you do a 3-bet to make your money. So give me them. Also give me Mike Davis under 12 fantasy points. And then also give me Darnell Mooney over 50 yards.
Do we have a promo code for Prize Picks?
Yeah, we do not. I just give them it, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
And then worst case scenario, Mark Andrews.
We'll get one for you. We'll get a promo code. We'll get a promo code.
And then if you want to go for the super degenerate 4-5X, give me Mark Andrews for over 50 yards. And then also give me Malcole Hardman under 12 points.
I like it. Let's go with the Avenger. Mike, get him.
So for me, I don't want to give someone terrible advice because I actually haven't done much with bookies before, sports-wise. But here's what I'm going to say my locks are for what's going to potentially happen this week, what I think is going to happen. I think the Green Bay Packers passing game is going to open wide. They're going to try and stop Aaron Rodgers. They're going to try and stop Aaron Jones, which is going to open the door for Aaron Rodgers to throw for 300 yards and 3 tutties. That's where I'm going with that. That might be bold, but that's fine. And then I'm thinking the Panthers are going to give them the wood this week. The Panthers are going to look good. DJ Moore is going to score over 14 points.
That, by the way, was I think 7.5 for the Panthers minus. So yeah, I agree to that too. I took that bet also.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And don't forget about our 2 touchdown plus for double your money on Monkey Night Fight. Just take Christian McCaffrey, DJ Moore, and Brandon Cooks. 1.5 touchdowns or higher, which you're going to go 2 then, is double your money. Go take that.
And use promo code Rumboyz because we will match your $100 up to $100. It's easy money. It's just easy. You can get $400 so fast your head will spin. Just invest 100 and take that 200. Make the bet that Peng just made and said that bang. Now all of a sudden I got $400 and then have yourself a little party. I don't know, pizza party.
I betted $250 on it. That was the max, and that's what I did. So
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna break my own personal private rule. I am gonna lock in a Monday night money line bet for you guys. I usually don't do this because I cover Monday Night Football for Monkey Night Fight on drrow.com. But guess what? I'll give you a fucking money line pick. So loophole, baby. I'm gonna take Philadelphia at plus 170 for a $25 bet. I do expect for Dallas to cover though on that 3.5. The over-under, if you want my over-under, catch me on Monday Night Football, Rumday Night Football. I stand corrected. Rumday Night Football pregame show with here, my panel, my cast, my crew. We'll go ahead and break that down for you of what we expect the over-under to be as we get more details to come through. But right now, at plus 170, I am locking the Philadelphia Eagles.
You fucking asshole. Oh my fucking god, I hate it here.
I love it. And I'm also gonna take the Eagles, or I'll take Dallas to cover that 3.5 as well. I think this is gonna be a 1-point game, so it's gonna be interesting. Catch me on drrow.com for that article. Other than that, did everyone do their sign-offs? Like I didn't catch that.
We didn't do our sign-off. Go ahead, guys.
Yeah. John.
Johnny Bats, for the love of Sundays, I'm signing off. Tune in next week. We'll have a great AMA. We'll drink some more drinks and we'll party. And hopefully you guys win some money this weekend.
Yeah, that's what we care. That's what
That's all I care about, really.
Yo, what's fucked up, John? Before we get into paying sign off.
Let's go to Mike next, Sam.
Okay, yeah, we'll go to Mike next. Yeah, sure. Like, dude, I can't believe that. Like, we're literally that cast and crew. Like, we beat the bookies all the time. Like, we beat the bookies. Like, we hand them ass whoopings. The fact that we can help you hand a bookie an ass whooping or help you hand your league mates an ass whooping, we care more about your fantasy roster than our own fucking fantasy roster. Like, let's just say
100%.
that. Mike.
Yeah, thanks for having me on this week. It was really fun. I know me and Robbie have been talking about doing a lot more stuff here. So it's been a blast. You guys can catch me over at like Nerd Sport on Spotify at Nerd Sports Zone with John and Mike. It's a fantasy football podcast between both of us. And then, it's thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. Follow at Nerd Revenge, and then I'll be here a lot more. So that is what I got.
Pang.
You can catch me at PangsPicksFF on Twitter. Same TikTok handle. Same SportsMe handle. I haven't done a damn thing on TikTok in a minute, but I'll add a video eventually. But you also find me at fantasy6pet.net. My article finally breached 10,000 views in one fucking day. I was really stoked about that. It was at the top of the roster. I said that shit to Robbie. Being at the top of a Google anything, by the way, shout out to Keith Lott for pointing that out to me. I didn't bother checking it, but finishing as 1 to 2 when you Google search was like the craziest thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. Thanks to SEOs, it had nothing to do with me, but being ahead of FanDuel's and Action Network was crazy. I was like, holy fuck, really? How the fuck did we do that? 10,000 plus views in one fucking day, and I'm sorry to the 10,000 guys that if they do listen, I fucked you over. My bad.
Let's go.
Catch me over.
Let's go.
Let's go. Your kneecaps.
My advice, I also take myself, as I showed you guys on my money, showed you guys my bets. If I lose, I lose. I'm sorry, but I like to win, just like anybody else. Also catch me on fucking the Rumboyz After Dark, man. I'm here every fucking Friday.
And Sunday morning. Yeah.
And whenever I have time, like today, when Robbie says, "Hey, come on over," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, come on over, baby." Yeah, all the fucking day. So that's my sign off. Have at it, Robbie.
Hey, Miles, we're not doing the Tyson Williams for Metcalf trade just yet. Maybe after this week. Catch us CH as an RB2 for week 3. If you have to run it, then run it.
I have him running over 12 points this week because I have no confidence at the moment, but he will eventually bounce back.
He'll bounce back. Yeah, hang on to him. OBJ or Shepard, we're going Shepard just because OBJ. Yeah. Other than that, you guys can find me at Rumboyz Robbie on Twitter, at Rumboyz spelled with a Z, N-E-T, everywhere else. Y'all know how it be. Yo, I am matching your very first fucking deposit on monkeyknifefight.com all the way up to $100. Get on over to monkeyknifefight.com if you haven't already.
It's free fucking money, guys.
Yeah, it's free fucking money. Like, you can withdraw right after you place your first fucking bet. I don't give a damn.
And if you think that bet's bad, tell me where CMC, DJ Moore, Brandon Cooks do not get you 2 touchdowns. That's $200. Go take your wife out.
CMC might get 2 touchdowns. Period. End of story. You get insurance with DJ Moore and Brandon Cooks.
I don't know who else is hooking you guys up with a better value than us. Bro, Rumboyz Premium. Like, get on Rumboyz Premium, join the channel. Like, we should be worth the lucky number 7 at this point after 4 years, going on 5 years of being on air. October 10th is our birthday. Like, you guys should get in tune. Get on that premium service. We'll hit you up even if we're off air. Like, you can access any one of us, like, if we're off air because, like, of Rumboyz Premium. So get on the Rumboyz Premium. No name, really quick. He said I traded away T. Higgins and Rondo Moore for DJ Moore and Ruggs.
Great trade.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm 0-2 with Burrow as well, so I feel I had too many.
You think you have too many Bengals? You have all the receivers and the quarterback. You think? I think you went a little heavy with the Bengals, bro.
You're good.
I think you went a little Bengals happy.
You're good, no name. But other than that, I mean, follow us. Like, get on the premium service. Like, the premium. I promise you, the premium service is fucking worth it with the way that we're hitting. Come on, who the fuck else went 12-3 this week?
Also, blast us, hate or love if you win. So
hate or love. Yeah, let us know. Yeah, let us know. Like, add us on Twitter. Let us know. We want all that smoke. Download the SportsMe app. Yo, we fucking out of here. Listen. Y'all tune into the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. We're 2 weeks hot. We are 2 weeks fucking hot into the season, killing this shit. Hey, cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls want to do. Ain't nobody on the money line better than this whole crew right here. Let's go. Dilly, we out.
Son.
Rock and roll.